I haven't.
Dungeon Crawler Carl.
No spoilers yet.
Yes.
I'm gonna get to it, guys. Don't spoil it.
I don't know why. I keep having whenever I say that out loud, it always takes me like
Ooh.
2 times to say it.
Holy cow! This is right in my alley. I'm definitely
Right. I told you
you
about that
haven't? You haven't looked at Dungeon Crawler Carl?
Never mind.
No, I was just telling them, Brent. I was just telling them it was supposed to be next, but one of my books that's the end of a trilogy came out, and I found it in the wild on Friday, so I grabbed it and I finished another book yesterday, and so I'm finishing this one, and then I'll get to Dungeon Crawler Carl. So
finishing previous backlog, especially if it's for good, is permitted before Dungeon Crawler Carl.
I have the paperback. It's sitting on my to be read bookcase. So
I feel like the audiobook does it so much justice. Like it's
I'll do both.
Yeah.
I do both because like if I can sit down and read, I'd rather read the paper just because I personally understand it better when I read than when I hear things. But like if I'm up doing chores and stuff around the house and I'm like in a really good part, I'll switch over to the audiobook. So I do both. I bounce back and forth between the two.
Gotcha.
Also, even with all the ways to read it, there's just something satisfying of having still satisfying having a physical book.
Oh, true. 100%. 100%. I'm glad everybody's doing good. I'm pretty much ready to get into it if you guys are, because we got some more RP ground to cover before some decisions are made. Yes.
We got. Oh man, this Dragon's Perch sounds pretty cool. I'm hoping we get to go there. Let's just listen to the podcast from before. So.
Clarifying question. I have a question above table. Where we are now, because I know it's the next day we camped on. When did River say we were going to meet that guy? Is that the day we're in or the next day?
Next day.
Hold on. Yeah, it's the 8th, I believe. I got it in my notes. Where's River's name?
Okay, because I'm like, I don't want to run off to Drakkenheim and miss that, like we did with Fight Night.
Yeah, no,
exactly.
Have the I think it's like the Rick and Morty meme. It's like 2 days, like just 2 days in, nothing will. 2 days, like 2 hours in out, pretty fine, and then everything happens, and it's like we're on beds for like a week recovering.
Oh my God. We live, but we died, but we lived.
So it also depends on how far, because we would know now how far Dragon's Perch is too, because it got marked on the map.
2 days.
But we as
6
players
p.m.
can see it.
We need to show up to the Red Lion Hotel to talk to River to go and meet Runeweaver because she's going to be using, I assume, teleportation or something to lead us to him.
Okay.
We have to be at the Red Lion Hotel at 6 p.m. on Hearthstone the 8th.
Thank you. And then it depends. And I know it got marked on our map. How far is Dragon's Perch?
You guys will have a chance to analyze that here.
Okay, cool.
When we get into it. Yes, I did put it on the map. Yes. So.
Okay. That's all I needed. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Well, I'm good to go. You guys are good to go. Let's get back in here. Yeah, everything's shown. We're all good to go on the streams. So let's do it. Let's do it. Who wants to give some recap here?
I mean, y'all know I'm always down, but always leave it open. Okay.
You do it too good. You got to start doing it like really shitty, and then somebody's like, okay, I guess I'll.
I could try doing it in a foreign language, but I think y'all would get mad because speaking German, that's the only thing I could barely speak. Or I could try Hangul, but
I mean, I think we'd be fine, but Brent might have to come over where you are and strangle you because he'd have to do subtitles.
Oh my god.
Fair. All right. Last time, Dungeons of Drakkenheim. It's 10:30, late at night, and the session begins with Bati seancing her spirits and ancestors, and all the many, many incorporeal forms that flow through her mind. Sataro, or Satara, is it Sataro or Sataro? Hold on. Sataro glances at the wooden door beneath the ruined guild where the party sleeps, and Bati notices a thin shadow of a young woman, perhaps a girl, corporating upon the doorframe. Bati speaks with the quote-unquote former queen, mentioning Tinu's time with the Sacred Flame, and asks after the name of the man who captured her. The shadow slinks its way flat against the wooden floorboards until it reaches Body's spellbook on the table before her, and eventually attempts to lift the book up and open. And using the words within, the shadow slides onto the inner cover, pulling desperately on pages for Body to turn them. The shade points to the letters which spell the word father. It then points out the word sister, ? Body says that they were taken by an extravagant coach. The shade again taps the word father in response to Body's comment. Body wonders aloud what this father would want from his grandchildren, and the shade points again to a single word in the book, more. Body seems confused by the context, and the shade, exasperated, simply points to herself, and with the letters spells, like me. The shade, using a phrase on the Morrigan's divinity, indicates that perhaps father wishes to be, quote, God, or to become godlike. The shade again spells out sister with an exclamation point, defiantly, standing defiantly up before Body. And Body says her sister is still alive in the city somewhere, and that we will hopefully find her location soon. The shade simply spells out the word, find him now, and slams the book shut, disappearing into the shadows of the room. However, that is not all that visits Body that night. As suddenly, just as Body finishes her seance, a drip, drip, drip falls from the ceiling above. Cautionary squawk from Sataro foretells the sight of putrid blood dripping from the ceiling above her head. Faces bang, searching out Body's eyes, dripping with fetid blood, hisses at Body to let them join her in Elven, desperate. It's been so long, this spirit remembers the old ways, and a hand emerges from this pool of blood from the ceiling above Body's head, claiming to know many secrets of the old world, and that they watch her. They all watch her. We watch you. The witch watches you. Another groaning elven face emerges through the hole in the ceiling, the hole through into the world beyond, pleading with Body, please take me with you. And Body flatly states that their home no longer exists and hasn't existed for over several millennia at this point. The elven faces gaunt, groan, and hiss at Body, warning her that there will be more, and their faces drift back up into the wooden ceiling as if they were never there. And blinking, Body sees it's now morning, and that there is no trace of any apparition's passage within the room at all. No blood, and no sign of spirits or what transpired. Meanwhile, during that same night, as Body trances, Alice exits her room after about a solid hour of waiting for Lowie and Tinu to clear out, and notices Sataro's concern for Body. Maybe it's just, wanting a few crackers or to get fed. Anyways, Alice checks in with Sataro, and when Sataro indicates worry about their Morrigan priestess, Addie says that she will let Raan know to keep an eye on Body and her meditation to make sure nothing strange happens. But, moving on, Alice walks over to Torin's room and, knocking on the door, comments about Lowie's absence and Body's trans, which provides them with a convenient moment to talk. In a rather direct fashion, Alice asks after Torin's conversation with Tokrin. Torin admits things aren't going well, and that he couldn't convince Tokrin to leave Drakkenheim. Confused, Alice asks why Torin would want Tokrin to leave, and perhaps for his safety's sake? Torin explains that Rickard Steelfang, the mercenary leader of the Steelfang Company, is coming. and that he will kill the Lord Commander Elias, and likely Takrin and Torin as well. And that he is responsible for having trained the brothers in previous time when Torin was under the auspices of the Duchess Constance von Kleinkessel. Alice asks for clarification, and Torin explains that Rickard will not only kill the Lord Commander and the brothers, but anybody that gets in his way of doing the Duchess's will, and that Alyclus will likely kill Takrin. Torin also says that Takrin's stubbornness won't let him leave Drakkenheim, and he doesn't know what to do. Addy asks what Torin will do, and Torin says he lied to Takrin, and will hopefully bring Takrin to their family home and convince him to lay low. Torin says that if he can find a way to kill Rickard Steelfang, who is this strange form of lycanthrope without normal means of silver being able to fell him, that it will blunt the von Kleinkessel's bid for control or destruction of the Hooded Lanterns. Who knows? Torin confirms with Addy that if it came to it, he would kill Elias, and he thinks that Elias is probably holding the Hooded Lanterns back. Alice counters that Elias is willing to restore Westamar and Drakkenheim and acquiring the seals, and eventually admits that she's not interested in killing Elias. She was just curious. They talk about how difficult Drakkenheim has been for them, but that Addy is learning more and more every day about where everyone stands. And Torin also says that Takrin knows what von Kleinkessel is, and that she has their mother hostage. If Torin can take the pieces off the board from von Kleinkessel, and if he's willing to sacrifice some things along the way, at least he could stop her bid for the throne. He also hopes to find his father, kill von Kleinkessel, and help Addy. Alice regrets how unclean Orion's death went, how Tinu wants to find a brother, and that Lowie wants to kill the Queen of Thieves. Alice then brings up Torin's headaches, which Torin doesn't remember happening. Oh, 1 second. Be right back.
Fire alarm goes off. Smoke comes out of the oven.
I guess his chicken and rice is ready.
I did order a pizza today, so I'm gonna have to get that too.
Wonder if that pot's boiling over.
You were dead on. It was my rice. My timer went off. And it's off the stove, so we're fine. Okay. Here we are. Alice regrets how unclean Orion's death went. How Tinu wants to find her brother. Oh, wait. Sorry, I already read that part. Alice brings up Torin's headaches. Here we go. Which Torin doesn't remember happening. Only the conversation. And he remembers Grandmaster Runeweaver and having met him. And his head hurts when he's trying to remember these things. And that he met him a couple times. The dull aches crop up more and more, mounting in his head, turning to a migraine. And Alice's intuition pings a strangeness in Torin's mind about his headaches, but she can't place what it could be. When Alice asks what Torin specifically talked about with Runeweaver and questions him on it, the pain finally flares in Torin's head, and a barrier, a warning of delving any deeper will seriously injure Torin. Torin says he only had a couple conversations and doubts Eldrick would want to talk to him about anything in particular. And the slowly mounting knowledge of Arcana that Torin is trained in allows him to realize that he's likely under the effects of a charm spell, an incredibly powerful charm spell done by an incredibly powerful caster, considering its duration. Upon realizing the implications, Torin is enraged, or at least a little more than irritated, by the Grandmaster's potential manipulations done upon his mind, or some other powerful mage. Who knows? Maybe unrelated. I need to do further studies before their chat on the 8th. and that he might need Alice to land another killing blow or two before all is said and done. The scene ends with a quote-unquote proposition from Alice to Torin, and after a brief thought bordering on insult, Torin says, "Fuck it," and closes the door to the room behind him.
Hey.
The mute sounds of Amberwood fill the ears of Tinu and Lowie as they travel on Phantom Steed and pass by St. Ardina's. Lowie and Tinu have a conversation about faith and the state of Tinu's family, and Lowie spies the shard on Tinu's chest glowing in spite of his cynical comments on the failings of the god, and Tinu's unsuredness as to her own beliefs and beliefs in the Silver Order or the Sacred Flame, or what she truly believes in. It's still the shard of crystal on her chest glows. Tinu's own religious education leads her to believe that the glowing stone is somehow related to her own personal prayers to the Sacred Flame, and that it is likely reacting to them, which is incredibly rare, especially considering Tinu's current doubts about her faith, or less than fervent belief, put it like that. Tinu reassures Lowie that she won't be pushed into any decisions with regards to her brother, and they leave with words of paths being offered and choices to be made as the pair pass below the gates of the Paladins' camp, still garrisoned with Paladins on watch. Tinu mentions the possibility to Ophelia Reed, as the pair are greeted and led into her tent, that Thorn Radley might not have been responsible for the attack on the Falling Fire Pilgrims, and that it might be possibly a duplicate of the Queen of Thieves, and that they should find out whether he was ordered to attack them. Ophelia Reed asks after Kala's fate, and the pair talk with Ophelia about her recent abduction by the quote-unquote Time Wall, and Ophelia confides that Kalina was due some Griffin training for her dedication and is disappointed that she hasn't returned. When Tinu hands over the Reed family Bible, Ophelia thanks her, saying that, and to thank Body as well, saying that her family worked for the Cathedral of St. Vitruvio before moving to Illyria for, quote, greater work. Ophelia then says that there is a mission that will be discussed in the morning by the Knight Captain to find Thorn Radley, and with a lot of pressuring from Lowie, Tinu tells Ophelia about the bomb threat that is likely to imperil some of the Silver Order Knights that are around the city, and to be on the lookout for that to happen. Lowie leaves the camp and returns back to the ruined guild hall, where a brief conversation in the morning sees the party grouped back together to Camp Dawn to reunite with Tinu, who had just been cleansed of her delirium corruption, leaving Raan and Bati behind to speak with Vincent of the Death Blows. The party at Camp Dawn is greeted by both Theodore and Landry, Captain Landry, who have hushed words between one another before the party enters the tent. Theodore explains the itinerary that will lead up to the siege and goes over the disappearance of Thorn Radley, reiterating his Silver Order's need to find them and bring them back into the fold. There is a lot of questions about what punishments might befall Thorn Radley, the less than respectful tone of certain words during the conversation, and questions about treatment of one of the party's friends, Dekota Jones, who the Knight Captain commands as punishment to journey with the party to Dragon's Perch to retrieve both the cultists and Thorn Radley and his paladins back safe, and that investigations and likely the use of magic will be done when the party returns to make sure everything is on the up and up. For reference, Dragon's Perch is where several dragons were trained in times before the dragon wars that Saint Vitruvio fought in, and only one dragon is remaining of that time, Minzarond. I'm probably butchering that name, so sorry. And is still somewhere within the city, according to rumor. Descendants, now known as Drakes, still inhabit the Dragon's Perch, but beyond that, no one knows much, other than that Thorin had a strange obsession with going to the area and sightseeing. Perhaps he has his own reasons. Who knows? There is a final conversation that is held between Theodore Marshall and Thorin and Alice about their new allegiances to the Hooded Lanterns, with particular concern for Alice and the wanted poster for the murder of a Caspian noble. When shown this, both Thorin and Alice are reticent to share any of their intention for joining the Hooded Lanterns with Theodore, and he warns them that Elias Drexel will likely get them all killed, as he has done to thousands of men, or hundreds of men in times past, including his second in command. And I think we return Drakkenheim at the end of that conversation. Take it away, Brent.
Excellent. That was really good. The only change I would make is that at the very beginning, it wasn't a queen that was speaking to Kolabati, but another entity, just to avoid some confusion. But that was awesome. All right, take some inspiration. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. So let's load up, and we're gonna start at Camp Dawn, kind of right where we left off here. And Dan, I know before I said I was going to do something with at the hideout, but this organization will be a lot better. Let's see. Okay. Boom. And all right. And all right. So, now, after Alice emerges from the tent, throwing that black book down on the table, telling him to get a clue, or I guess look at it, and then of course Thorin follows.
She didn't read the book. No. She didn't read the book. She just asked him about it. Should not leave the book.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's like,
She's
okay.
taking that book with her.
He just saw a black book and I was like, I have no idea. After, you come out, then Thorin comes out, and then the Night Captain does come out a few seconds later. Now, Ophelia and Landry are out with the rest of the party, kind of, I guess, waiting around. You also see Dekota Jones is out here, put on guard. But while the folks were inside talking with Theodore Marshall, was there anything anybody who was outside wanted to do anything really quick? If not, I'll keep moving. And zoom in here for our stream. Bam, we're about there. But okay. And I'll go ahead and put them on a map. Let's get this guy up here. We'll get Marshall. We'll even put Landry up here. Damn. All right, and of course, all of you guys. Now, Theodore Marshall points at Dekota Jones when he comes out. He says, when you step outside the gates, your penance starts. And you should be ashamed to treat this whole situation with the cultists as some type of material to write and sell. Now, if the Knifebites here reports back to me that you were useful, then your penance ends. If they don't, you'll be added to the Silver Order watch list and barred from Ilaria until you do serve your sentence. A sentence. Then he pauses and he thinks and he says, and I never want to see you again. Dekota Jones looks around and he says, you got it. He kind of stammers. I promise to St. Tarda you will never see me again. He gestures to himself. You'll never see all of this ever again. I promise. I've seen enough. What the hell was I thinking, right? Theodore Marshall turns to Tinu here, but he's still kind of addressing all of you, and he says, just to be clear, when you bring back Radley, I will try my best to get him sent to a post away from here. He and his unit will be on lockdown until after Temple's Gate. But we will probably need his healing and his ability to purge post-siege, as we only have so many supplies and we're going to need all of the cleric's help. If his knights disobey my orders to stand down and return under your direction, then they're rejecting a direct order from command, abandoning post, and are barred from the Silver Order, and no longer under its protection. And they should understand that soon as they see that pin, he says, and he points to the pin that he gave you, Tinu. If Radley defies these orders, do what you must to bring him back alive. If the unthinkable happens, then bring his body back. If for some reason his body cannot be brought back, well, we'll have some further discussions then, he says. Landry, he kind of scoffs, almost bewildered, and he says, a Flamekeeper attempts to engage the enemy and they get dismissed. Knights' oaths are threatened. Can you imagine what Radley is going to say or send to the High Paladin about this? And Theodore, his patience kind of thin, just quickly says, which makes it more important that we focus on our objectives and deliver on our promise to eliminate the Scourge in Westamar, bring Lucretia Matthias and her converts, he stresses, to the justice of the light, and return our relics home. Then he says, and of course help Westamar emerge stronger and closer to Ilaria as friends.
Insight check.
Sure.
Okay. 110%. I'm gonna use inspiration. Well, actually, no, I'm not. No, I'll take a 7.
he sounds quite noble and true. Are you rolling an insight check here, Tori? I guess so. You are muted.
If you're talking, we can't hear you.
But I sent you a message in your channel.
Okay,
Tori.
here we go.
Hey,
we
what's
good?
up?
There you go.
Discord's being a butt.
No, it's all right.
That's what's happening. But yes, I am also rolling insight on him.
I sent you a message.
Okay.
In your channel here.
And just to make sure, this is with Theodore Marshall?
Yes.
Okay.
And about your friend, the lizard folk, Raan, Marshall says, and he looks at Ophelia for a second. His transformation is not lost on me. All the soldiers here have been trained to understand that there is a point of no return when it comes to entertaining evil. And your friend has crossed that point, which should be apparent to all of you. He cannot come here. But when it comes to the siege and Drakkenheim in general, the soldiers and the Flamekeepers will recognize him and understand, his function in the larger goals, but I cannot control their prejudice, and they will be reluctant to help you. Maybe you can find some way to atone for him?
He will be going with us? Are they going to attack us on sight because of him?
I don't know.
But if they do, the orders are the same, right?
Yes.
Okay.
But from what I understand, Radley and his paladins, they were not around for this new revelation. I know, right? Anyway. We'll be in touch. I'll be praying that the light shows you the way. And he looks at you, Torin, and Alice. He nods to Landry, and they both walk off into the fortification. It seems like they begin bickering about some business. Ophelia Reed approaches you, Lowie, and hands something to you. It's a small syringe with wax needle cap. The metal banded glass tube has kind of a reddish liquid in it. And she says, "For the book. Thank you."
Oh, you're welcome, I guess. But it was Lottie who found it.
Well, you can give it to her, or all of you can decide what you would like to do with it. And this is a potion of superior healing. You can put that in the treasure channel.
Ooh, okay.
Next, she approaches you, Tinu, Ophelia Reed. She gives you a kind smile, and she reveals a satchel from her robes, opens the bag, and takes out 2 small scrolls sealed with wax, and a diamond that's been cut into the shape of about a 3-inch long bar. You get that the diamond is probably for Vivify. She hands that to you first. She says, "This is to help you get your brother back alive. He may be gravely injured." And then she passes you the 2 scrolls. This one is a charming ritual. It may be useful in establishing control of a situation. You should recognize some of the incantations. And you can mark that this is a scroll of fast friends. The other scroll, she says this one is Death Ward. To preserve a body, of course. Although getting back the body would be a logistics problems, unfortunately, for you and your friends. You'll have to solve that. But she gives that scroll to you, too. But then she leans closer to you, Tinu, and she says a bit lower, a little faster. And don't forget about what I was telling you and your sister. You're special. That insane woman, Matthias. She has Vitruviel's helm. If you were able to wield the scepter, I imagine so that, and it will be useful later. She gives you a kind grasp on your shoulder, but then she comes over to you, Alice. She's noticeably a bit cooler and distant, but she's respectful. She says, if there's some information you would like me to look at or research, let me know.
Also kind of like try to casually, as she was approached, look like she wasn't listening, because I was going to ask for a perception check to hear if I could hear what the other two were bickering about. The Knight Captain and Landry. And she'll just kind of look at Ophelia and be like, is there a certain line of research that you feel more... The words escape me.
Well, she says, I have spent a lot of time teaching younger acolytes religious practices, undead, fiends, celestials. My history over the past 500 years is pretty good. A lot of mythological stories I can recall.
You happen to have further information on what the church did with the Von Drakens into Caspia?
She frowns at that. She looks at you questioningly. She goes, I can find out. It'll take some time.
Have you ever seen these books before or anything like it? And she'll show her the Order of 41 books.
Do you let her take it?
Carl, would you be okay if Alice left these books with Ophelia? Because I know you're the other character that really gets into these. I'm okay with it, but if you wanted to keep them, I don't want to give them to her.
I'm fine with it because I think we've already gotten most of the information, and the information we really wanted would have been transcribed into my Book of Shadows.
Okay. Then yeah, Alice would give her the books. Yes. I just want to make sure.
You give her one book or like all of them?
I would give her the one, and
okay.
I would give her... Yeah, no, I'd give her all of them. I mean, like Carl said, we got all the information down, so he said he was fine with it, so... Yeah, she'd hand him over.
Well, when she sees you produce, like, you know, a half a dozen books or so, I guess from your bag of holding, she looks quite surprised. She opens one of them, and you see immediately she looks astonished looking at the inner cover. She goes, where'd you get these?
Found them in a basement.
What basement?
Since it's Ophelia, Alice would be like, the guild hall we stay in. I think they were placed. I think somebody wanted one of us to know about them, considering they come from Illyria.
As they do. The Grand Archives of Illyria.
Mm-hmm. I think the House of Von Kessel is very compromised if the Civil Order would ever be interested in looking further into that. You'll find out as you read. I left some notes.
She looks like almost confused. She goes, someone gave this to you or left this to you.
Yeah, I haven't figured out who. I have an idea who, but that's still the question I'm worried about.
she has the look on her face of like, that's what you're telling her is like nearly impossible. But she just blinks it away and she goes, I'll look into them for sure.
Well, I've already read them and we've got our own notes, but if you find anything else following this certain line or finding a way to track yourself back to a von Drakkenheim without the use of a von Kessel phylactery, it'd be helpful.
Roll me an insight.
Okay. Ophelia said she would have 24 is what rolled on D&D Beyond. Yeah, 20. Natural 20! Let's go!
You could see like a visible worry come over her face, but you're not sure exactly what she's worried about. But if she can get pale, she would.
Is this something I shouldn't leave with you?
She
goes upset, and she'd say that low enough to kind of. She like at this point, she's definitely keeping the conversation low enough where it's just her and Ophelia.
She goes, no. It's fine. And she smiles. She says, thank you.
You can. I was honest with you. You've always been honest with us.
I just don't know you.
You don't know me? Or you don't
about this.
Yeah. Trying to figure it out too. That's why I'm here.
With that, Ophelia says to all of you, Radley and his paladins, they left here pretty well stocked. So they have resources and rituals that will help them with the haze and help each other, but I'm not sure they'll extend that favor to the followers in their captivity. They'll most likely be sick when you get there, and I think waiting any longer than a couple days is very dangerous. She says, looking at you, Tinu, in reference to your brother. With that, Ophelia leads you guys to the gates, and she gives you a measured farewell. And you're back on the road to Emberwood, but this time with Dekota Jones. And at this moment, you're able to go ahead and maybe take a better look at your map. And here we go. And it looks like what was marked here. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Is all the way on the east side of the city, at the top of a sloping mountain range. But maybe while you look at that, Alice, as you guys begin to walk back, Dekota Jones, he looks gaunt. Maybe he has some minor exhaustion and he smells bad, but he seems okay for the most part. He says, oh my god, thank you so much. What the fuck just happened? He kind of just says ironically, maybe in shock. I mean, he breathes in deep. And he says, I miss that smell of dead plants out here. What?
Do you need any water or maybe a bit of ration? I don't know what how they exactly been treating you, but the whole doesn't sound pleasant.
No, it is not. I mean, there was a couple people I recognized from the farm back there, but yeah, what you got? Thank you. He comes over to you.
Yeah, Torn will pass a bit of his water skin and a bit of some rations for Dekota Jones.
He begins just down in the water.
Don't go too fast. It's good. It's not good.
When you say that, he throws up a bit.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
I'm all right. He calms down and he drinks a bit more and he kind of hands it back to you, and he'll take one of your rations and kind of unwrap its cloth and bite into it. But He looks around and he goes, "I'm so happy you took my books." He says to you, Tinu, "I mean, they enchanted me and asked me about them. If they were stashed, they definitely would have went and got them, and I would have been really screwed."
Probably would have just considered you a full accomplice at the time, yeah.
Can I get those back? Ah, fuck, I don't have my bag anymore. I can't go back to Hendrix Farm.
I can hold them for you. And then whenever you want it, just ask and I'll pull it out for you.
Yeah, thanks.
Dekota,
What's up?
do you really want to come with us into Drakkenheim?
I thought about that. I don't think I can go back to Hendrix Farm. Oh man, I was trying to. I was almost there. But I think I may have some luck with you guys. I mean, I would like to hang out, but look, if I'm in the way, I mean, I could just go my own way. You know, at least getting some place where I can at least get a day of rest will be really cool. But it's up to you guys. I mean, I
think at this point, at least for the immediate future, you should stay with us. If you go off on your own and somehow get spotted, they're just gonna drag you back. And I think it was I don't think it was. They may not have said it, but it was pretty overt that they're probably not going to give you a second or third chance, considering.
No. Those guys are definitely worse than the guards in Alaria.
What happened? What did they do in those re-education camps?
In Alaria?
The ones they have set up here that they sent you.
I think he's asking if you're willing to talk about it, with your treatment as you here.
Well, I wasn't sent to any type of re-education camp. I think that they're a lot further away than here. They put them on wagons, I think I heard some guy in the hole say, and who knows where they get shipped off to. I'm not sure it's like really home. But I mean, when I got back, they gave me water and stuck me in a hole with a bunch of other folks, and the soldiers took me out a couple times and dragged me to a tent. I wouldn't call that a re-education experience. I would call that interrogation, actually. You know, they shouted a bunch of questions like what was going on at St. Brenna's, who I was with, who I knew. He says, glaring at you. A lot of stuff about the followers. But then maybe, a little more than 24 hours, you guys showed up?
Basic. So nothing beyond basic interrogation?
Mm-hmm.
And I guess isolation?
Yeah.
Forgive me, lad, but why do you look so pale and gaunt?
Dude, I was just in a
Were you there
hole.
For a day?
Look, I was in the ruins, then I had to march my ass all the way back here. That guy who marched me back here, complete asshole. Talk about, you would like pour water and I had to open my mouth and try to catch it. It was ridiculous. I had to march all the way back, and then I got put in the hole, yeah. Oh, well, no, I think I'm fine. I think I'm okay. I think I'm, he looks at himself. I don't feel sick, you know,
Tinu!
But I don't got any coin for, yeah.
Well, you're among
check
friends.
you out.
Yeah, Tinu, we might need you to. Can you go reach in your bag real quick? I think we need to double check.
Yeah.
He looks confused.
I guess I would check him out.
Yeah, like the plant.
He might have delirium.
There might be some other stuff going on here, is what we're thinking.
Oh, I don't know if I can check for that. But I can, like, do medicine check, right?
You have that globed plant, right?
Oh,
Plant
yeah,
for
yeah.
the contamination.
Oh, okay. I forgot about it. I'm so
Yeah.
sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's
here,
good.
pull it out. Here you go. You just need to prick your finger.
He'll be weirded out about it, but if you coach him enough, he does it, and he just like looks at it, and his blood in the globe, kind of mixing with the water.
They'll tell us in an hour.
Well, that's very handy.
It has been extremely handy.
Why did that one bring you back when the rest stayed?
I guess he shrugs. I don't know. I am at maybe some protocol thing. Maybe they wanted I don't know. Maybe he wanted the Silver Order to know where they were going. I'm not. I don't know.
Was he commanded to take you back?
No, I didn't see anybody. Like, you mean magic? No, I didn't see any of that.
No,
before they took you
Dragon's
back.
Perch.
Yeah. Did you tell them that you knew us before they took you back to Camp Dawn?
No.
Okay.
Did Thorn
So they just
and the paladin that took you back to bring you back to Camp Dawn?
I missed the first part of that?
Did Thorn Radley command the paladin who pulled you out of the city to take you to Camp Dawn?
Yeah, he gave him orders to.
Oh,
I mean, truth be told, it seemed kind of random. I guess we have some time. All right, well, from the jump, I mean... it was a clusterfuck, I mean, to say the least. A lot of the folks that got captured by those paladins, there were common folks that never really interacted with the Silver Order. I heard a lot of stories about them, so they were kind of too scared or angry or indignant to like really think straight. While we were walking there and then they arrived down the street, Hopper tried to defuse it, but he made himself like the primary target because all his weapons and stuff. I immediately got on the ground and just laid there and like just listened. And yeah, that tall skinny one, the Radley guy, I mean, you know, he intimidated them for a while, told some of them they were free to go, but he burned them as soon as they ran away. I mean, he said something about it being guilt on their souls, and he like quoted some stuff and, you know, some super orthodox shit. They routed the rest of us, and Radley said something about performing some type of like confessional or some sermon or something at Dragon's Perch. I think I just got lucky, he kind of shrugs. I mean, he pointed out the paladin, and he pointed to me and just said, take him back to report to Camp Dawn. Then when I got back, they kind of, they stuck me in the hole.
Do you know which one? Sorry.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Did you see which one of them killed Hopper?
Well, they all hit him with some like white flame, but there was this really jacked, like battle cleric, I would say, like siege type of people. He was in chainmail. He had like a really big shield. It had this crazy glow to it. That guy, he did some type of incantation, and like it just incinerated his body. It was overkill. It was definitely uncalled for.
Incinerated.
I think Landry mentioned that man before. The Wall or something like that, or at least that's his nickname.
That's who I think that we're talking about. Yeah.
Did they look like they were taking pleasure in it, and not just under orders?
Well, the skinny guy seemed to really enjoy talking about the Song of Fire a lot. I mean, they were wearing armor. I wasn't really looking at their faces to see whether they were like happy about it, but they didn't seem to have a problem. That's for sure.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Do you ask this guy anything else? If not, he just kind of shuts up. You can tell, like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
I have one question. Sorry if this seems strange. The incantations when they were casting whatever when they were using fire. Do you know exactly what they were saying?
I've never look, I'm
If you don't even
mage
know what it
lord.
means, but then you kind of just kind of intuit the words in any way.
No, it looked like a column of just white flames. It was just like erupted on his body, and when it dissipated, it was just ash.
Okay. Brent, can I roll Arcana?
Oh wait.
Sure.
Okay.
Can I roll too? To see if I would know what spell it was?
I think we just tested before.
Tim,
Yeah,
you're
I
not
think I
sure.
cast it before.
Yeah, of course I rolled it too. All right.
Well, Tina don't know either, I guess.
Is there anything else you ask, Jones? If not, he seems. Yeah.
One more question. So, just to confirm, because you'd have seen him, was Anar? Oh wait, was Anar and Sylvie alive when they left on the march for Dragon's Perch, or were they among the dead?
They were alive. Yeah.
Well, at least there's something to work for.
I mean, Flint trusted her with a lot. I mean, she knew a lot about the Silver Order. Apparently, she used to be like a Flamekeeper, but converted. Then told them a lot about her work around Westermar. She hates the Order. Personally, I don't think she wants to be dragged back to Camp Dawn for any type of forgiveness. I mean, she told me she was from Westermar, a bit further west. Her family died of contamination on the. She got sent to a re-education camp. She came out of Flamekeeper, but then she began to have some dreams of her family, like they were alive in still some form, and waiting on the other side for the new world. I mean, not too much longer after that, she jumped ship, and I guess she went into the Falling Fire and abandoned post somewhere in another town. Snuck up here.
Well, that's interesting to learn. And just to reiterate, you don't mind coming with us. Because we're pretty far away from Camp Dawn, I'm assuming at this point, right, Brent?
Yeah.
I mean, knock off what that night captain said. You're all right coming with us.
I think I am. Now, look, I'm not gonna go ahead and pretend like I'm a fighter or anything like that. I know a lot of things. I'm pretty good with people. I've read quite a bit. Yeah. Actually, I was gonna float this to you, later, after everybody kind of calmed down. But I was thinking in my head, it'll be quite an incredible story, writing about you guys.
You want to write about the Knifebites?
I've heard a lot of shit. Before I got captured and stuff like that. Knifebites, they did this. Don't fuck with them about that. They're wanted. All the types of stuff. I think it'll be an amazing story.
Would you be willing, until the story concludes, to maybe use your way with words and people to put out information about us that we want to get out, even if it's not necessarily true?
Yeah, I'm just not sure how to do that. I mean, you mean like around Emberwood?
Maybe, or if we need anything. You're asking for something. It's one of the things I can't speak for the whole group would want in return. If we need somebody to go sell a story for us, maybe that we're going somewhere when we're really going somewhere else to get somebody from knowing our movements. You know.
Yeah, sure. No problem. Yeah.
Oh, double checking. You're allowed in the Red Lion Hotel, right? They don't. You're allowed to go in there and drink, right? They don't allow, people without coin in there. Usually.
You got the coin, my friend. Yeah, I can go inside. Listen out, do some eavesdropping.
I vote that he's in.
What about the...
I'll just look at the rest. Oh yeah, sorry. Go ahead.
What about the skull and sword?
I mean, long as I guess I hear you guys have a bad rap there. I guess if they don't know I'm messing around with you guys, then that shouldn't be an issue. But look, you know the type of people that hang out around there. I'm not trying to get killed. But yeah, of course. I'll do what I can. I'm you guys' eyes and ears for certain. You can count on me for that. I'm just not trying to, die.
Yeah. I don't think anybody wants to do that. Okay. Yeah, sure. I think he's fine. That's some tenaciousness there, Dekota. Lowie nods.
Yeah, look, this face and this mouth has gotten me all the way here. Just trying to continue it on. I was thinking actually, wouldn't it be pretty cool if I know some people around, I don't got any coin right now, but what I planned on doing was when I got all my crap together, shipping some of my manuscripts off to some folks further south, having them take a look, I mean, stuff like this can catch on. Everybody's trying to figure out what is really going on in Drakkenheim. Most folks have common sense and don't come up here to check it out and just enjoy the story. But, you guys can be part of the story. Yeah? I get a little bit more detail about what's going on, a few more things, and at some point in the future, send my notes off. I'm more than willing to write up a contract. We can kind of split some of the...
Well, it's definitely less likely to get you somehow in a hole, so I'm much more prefer you doing that than,
Awesome.
We don't
that
have anybody in PR.
That's right. You don't. He seems relieved that you guys are willing to accept him into you guys' party here. And I'm going to, let's see here. Do I have, what channel would this fit in? NPCs. Here we go. I'm going to pin this, but somebody could bookmark it. This is his character sheet. He's pretty open with you guys about what he can do, what he knows, his skills. He would express it in a way that makes sense in game. But I'm gonna put that into the NPCs channel. Let me go ahead and pin that, and somebody can keep up with that, please. Pin this guy.
Alice would ask him, is the last name any affiliation to the family out of Jonestown?
No. You'd be surprised how many times I've been asked that, but nope, no affiliation at all.
She's gonna insight check that. But Alice don't. I mean, me as a player, I'm like, yeah, but Alice wouldn't
He just looks at all of your like suspicious eyes. Like at any moment you say he says the wrong thing, you're gonna stab him. And he's like, I swear, I have no. If I did, I would have been using it 100%. Let's see, what'd you get here? He seems to be quite truthful. Yeah, you could tell that he doesn't want to fuck this chance up.
I'll also be like, well, Jones family currently has a wanted poster out for me, so just making sure.
Damn. Yeah, that's, Hey! You're safe here. At least around Drakkenheim. They can't really look for folks here using magic and stuff, so, you know. Maybe we can get your story.
Maybe. Got other things to worry about at the moment, Dakota.
Of course. But yeah, with that, if you guys don't have anything else, I'm going to fast forward here.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You guys make it back to the ruined guild hall here, and
It takes an hour to get there, right? From
it takes 3 hours to I'm gonna say on average get back. Mm-hmm.
Dekota Jones is contaminated.
Yeah, he has 1 level of contamination.
Okay, so
It's not too bad actually for what he's been doing.
yeah.
Dude's been, he's not supposed to say dude's been lucky.
Super lucky. But okay. Let's go here. I forget. What was I thought I had. Oh, I can figure it out. Well, there we go. Okay. High noon. All right. You guys make it back to the hideout. Now, Ron, Kolabati, is there anything you would like to do before the party kind of gets together and meets up here? We can honor that.
I think the last thing you mentioned was that Vincent was trying to find us.
Yeah. I'm gonna, I'm remixing that, just to include all of you guys, because I figure he could come in and just then you'll have to report to, you know, it's just better all you together. But besides that, is there anything else? Now, if you want to approach them on your own, they are here, and you want to talk to them about something, feel free. But if not, I'll keep it moving with all of you linking back up.
I think the only person I'd want to be like to pick the brain of the mage.
You find him on the 2nd story, in his room. You can smell cigar smoke coming from the room right next door. You imagine Vincent is in there. If you knock on the door, or, you know, it's partially ajar. You can see that he's just kind of made a pallet on the ground. I'll move you upstairs here. And, he has some books before him. He seems to just be, reading, and he has a notebook which he's writing in. He just says, yes, but he doesn't look at you.
Questions about the academy.
He looks at you. And what questions do you have about the academy?
Well, do you think you would be capable of entering the main doors of the Inscrutable Tower?
I don't know what's going on with that. From what I understand, it's destroyed. Magical effects are going on all inside, but I have no reason to go into a place like that. At least not right now. So no, I wouldn't want to go in there.
It says you probably wouldn't want to go there. I just want to know whether you think you would be able to enter. You are an Academy Mage, and Academy Mages are usually welcome in through those doors.
Yes, I would be able to enter, as I do have my rings. From what I understand, there is all types of triggers around the place for those who have a certain number of rings, or those who don't. Generally, the lobby is open to everyone under normal conditions, but the other floors and things of that nature, you would probably need some way to bypass it, or a ring, or maybe things just don't work in there anymore. But yes, I can. If these were normal days, I could travel to a nice Drakkenheim and go do some research in the Inscrutable Tower if I wanted to.
And considering your master's felt interest in these schematics, are they planning to aim those weapons at Johnswood?
It is beyond my scope of duty to speculate what the Duke of Toadsfell would do with this information. And he just blinks, looking at you.
I'll insight that.
Sure. You get a sense that with a 14, that he's probably just trying to communicate to you that he's not going to go into those type of details or speculation. I can tell you this much. Almost 10,000 people have been displaced since one of those weapons was pointed at the Toadsfell Dam. And you know who did that? Kind of looks down his glasses at you. Manfred von Kessel. That's who did that.
One of the untickle children.
Yes. Good riddance, he says. Are you trying to go into the tower?
I am.
He looks you over, up and down. That would be a problem without an Academy ring. Or maybe something to cloak your aura.
Something I should keep in mind.
I'm sure there's various magical wares out there that you can haggle and maybe find.
I'm sure there is. But thank you for your insight.
He gives you a nod and he goes back to writing in his book.
No, go back down the stairs.
Awesome. Ron, is there anything you would like to do?
Yeah, more for flavor. When Body goes to talk with the mage, Ron's gonna look outside for salty feathers.
At this moment, you know what? Actually, at this, roll me a percentile.
Percentile?
Yeah, roll me a percentile. Let's see if he's around. 51 or higher, yeah. All right, you after a minute, it looks like he really prefers these rocks here, and he seems to, He seems to be right now pecking at whatever insects or bugs that's on the rock.
Ron is going. I'll try and knock over my desk. Ron is going to ritual cast Speak with Animals. Watching him be occupied for a minute, and then he's gonna go over there and start fucking with the bird, just being like, "Oh, is that good bug?" You know, just start talking shit to the bird for no apparent reason.
Realizing that you can communicate with it, all you hear is just like a burst of like curse words and all different types of weird sailor-ish like insults just go your direction. But then afterwards, he goes, "It's good."
And Ron's just gonna pester him for a few minutes, just for the hell of it. He's got nothing better to do. So.
You bucket of slop, shipwater slop.
You're about a feather short of a couple brain cells, aren't you? And they just keep giving it back and forth.
Salted Feathers gets into it.
Ron does too. Like, just that fun.
After a while, another couple hours or so, the rest of the party here arrives, and you guys come back up. When you get back, and Kolabati and Ron, you would notice this too. You see that the death blows have gotten up and gotten more active around the noon. By the time the party gets back, you see Vincent has dragged you guys' tub upstairs and out the house with the help of his hobgoblin friends into like a weedy area, and you only realize it after it's done, but it seems like he's used a bunch of your water store to make a bath for himself, and it's now almost all empty. And you see him lounging in this tub of dirty water, smoking a cigar, and Tick is nearby, this strange goblinoid, and Tick is like signing to him, and Vincent like laughs at something and says something back. But soon as he sees you guys, he sits up. He goes, "Hey, you guys are some early birds." Sheesh. He gets out of the tub and he begins to he grabs a scrappy towel. He begins to wipe himself off. And I'll get Dekota Jones's token on here.
You know what they say. Best off to work as soon as you can. That way you can have the night to yourself. Or something like that. I don't know. I'm not a fucking poet. Ask Dekota about it.
Huh. You see, Vincent looks at this new guy, but doesn't say anything about him.
Tinu rushes over to the tub and looks at her water, and she starts huffing like, "Huh?"
He goes, "There's not a lot of baths around here."
"This is our drinking water. Why did you take a bath in it?"
Didn't realize it. Sorry, young lady. My apologies.
"I didn't take the spell today. Are you gonna have your mage refill them?"
I'll ask him about it, yeah.
"You better."
If not, that's your drinking water. It's your drinking water now.
Well, look, I'm glad I caught all of you. Yeah, look, I appreciate the hospitality. I just want to go ahead and say that again, putting us up and everything. Hey, if it wasn't for those cottage fires, we might have never met, right?
Hey.
He kind of puts his blade at his side and slicks back his wet hair. Look, you guys know that I'm the type of guy that will go around and ask questions about somebody I'm interested in. And, I've asked a few questions about the Knifebites since y'all been gone, and I know you and those clowns called the headhunters cross paths. You might care to, get them out of a jam, or maybe not.
Go on.
I'm just saying, if you work with the death blows here, that could happen. I'm pretty sure they're an under tavern, waiting for the Queen's fight.
You can get us into Under Tavern?
That's what I was talking about last night, yeah. But y'all told me y'all wanted to, think on it a bit more. Look, I also heard something about the Iron Helm dwarves too.
Mm-hmm.
Aye, what'd you hear?
Well, one of the dwarves is being held out in Buckle Down Row with one of the gangs. I'm not sure which. They're waiting on something. Probably whether it's right to, I don't know, bring the dwarf back to Emberwood, or maybe to Under Tavern, or maybe kill him. But yeah, you can roll an insight.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
I mean, this information seems truthful, but you can tell he's has the intention of using it as like a bargain trip. He says, today, we, the Death Blows here, we're gonna take a tour of Buckle Down Row. Praying to the light something doesn't kill us on the way there. But I got some people I want to check in on, figure out the next Queen's fight. Typically, all the gang members show up with their gang leaders show up with their best members. And maybe there'll be some foreigners down there too, making some deals with the Queen. But I'm just looking to see if any of these gang leaders are worth worrying about when we go to Under Tavern. And as a token of my appreciation of your zest, I could try to find out which one of the gangs has your dwarven business partner.
Still waiting on the catch here.
There is no catch, man. Look, the only catch is that you gotta help me out. Come to Under Tavern.
You want a time. You want a date.
Well, I want a commitment. Maybe we can work out the dates here a little bit later.
Just a yes or no?
A commitment, more than a yes or no. I want to know you guys are gonna honor your word. You tell me yes, you're on board with the Death Blows. We'll make plans and go. You tell me no, then I guess we got things to do. And we'll be headed on our way at some point. If you tell me yes, and then you don't follow through, well, I'm sure you don't want to get on a bad side with a guy like me.
How are you able to go back to Buckle Down Row?
Didn't they want you dead?
Well, they can't track me, and we have our methods. Little disguise in here and there. We're not showing up announcing our presence, but we're showing up looking around.
And you know who we pissed off, right?
Oh, yeah, I know who you pissed off. We talked about that, yeah.
So, you don't think they'd want us dead?
No. I'm telling you, man. If they wanted you dead, you would have woke up this morning. You guys are too easy to pick out. All they had to do is just come up here, run us off, and just wait for you guys to show up. Attack you in your sleep. None of that didn't happen. Whatever shit you guys got going on with the Queen, it goes pretty deep. But I can tell you this much, if they found out probably where you are, they're looking to get their hands out on you. Take you somewhere you probably don't want to go.
So then why would going to Buckle Down Row for us or you be a good idea?
Well, for me, I need to see what's going on before I head down to Under Tavern. Know who's going to be there, know who's not going to be there. That's all good information that I need to know. And I figure you would want to know that information too, right? There's only one place to kind of get that type of information. Down in Buckle Down Road. Now, you guys look like y'all pretty smart cookies. I don't know, disguise yourselves, change how you look, slip into the shadows, stay out the way, whatever it may need to be. Or maybe, I don't know, that won't work anymore because you want it too much. But I know I can go down there and find out some information. And I guess if I find out where your dwarven friend is at, maybe you could do something about it. You know, one of those quick in and out type of things. Or not.
You want to, and what you're asking for is commitment that when we go with Under Tavern, we do it as a group and help you with your each other's objectives.
Yeah. I mean, look, Tick here used to kind of live out in the sewers and stuff around Under Tavern, and he kind of helped me get my bearings getting out of there a long time ago. But he could tell you, I could tell you that shit, it's dangerous. Just for us. More help, the better. We're gonna need it. And if anything, let's say you get mixed up. Well, the Queen's been at the wrong time. Well, you would know how to get out. Maybe some secret passages along the way. Or if anything, you'll just know what to expect.
No, it's information that'll definitely be beneficial. I'm of the mind that, personally, I'm alright making an arrangement. I can't speak for the whole group, obviously. But you said you're going out to Buckle Down Road today.
Yeah, we'll be back tonight.
Well, we might be heading out into Drakkenheim a little bit later. We gotta speak with everybody, make sure we have our game plan together. Or at least go halfway there together today. Show good faith on both parties. Maybe be able to see how each other works if we run into something.
Well, I'm leaving the Buckle Down Road like right now.
Well, I also just shrug. Fair enough. I was just saying.
It's gonna take a minute to get down there, and it's gonna be a minute to get all the way back.
I also look at everybody else to see. Oh yeah, go ahead.
We might need to talk with our people inside, but we might be able to leave in, say,
look,
half an hour?
Don't worry about it. I think you figure out what you need to do, and I promise, we'll be back here tonight, and I'll have some information for you. Maybe where your dwarven friend is, and then we can all think about it and figure out when we're going to do what.
Any chance you could also figure out what the plans are for her? Whether she's going to Emberwood, Under Tavern, or some unfortunate third destination?
I'll get
like
everything I can.
Field in Crow, like a certain scarecrow in Crow's Field. Would be awful nice.
I'll look into it. All right. You let me know when we get back. If the answer's yes, I'll be more than obliged to tell you everything that I figured out and Buckle Down Row. But if you guys decide that it's just not worth hanging out with the death blows, I guess I'll keep that to myself. We'll head on our own separate ways.
All right. Well, best of luck. Best of luck to you then. Regardless.
Yeah. See you later tonight then.
You see Gundor and Yendel come out with what looks to be these guys look like the pack mules. They have the huge ass backpacks on, carrying most of the gear. And you will see Edgar Kimball would come out packing his stuff not too long after. It looks like they get together kind of in a huddle to figure out like the logistics of what's next. But and Vincent probably shares with them your guys' conversation. But they leave you guys to your own devices. And then eventually, probably in the next like 30 minutes or so, they like dip out and leave.
All of them?
All of them.
Okay. Well,
I guess we should find the other two and figure out what we're doing.
I would say that
we got all of them
Kolabati, Ron, all of you guys, yeah, like you heard this. We don't need to do double recapping on that. But yeah, you guys move yourselves where you want to be, and
yeah,
what's going on?
I guess we can talk about it upstairs, or you guys want to talk about it downstairs in like the basement? I don't know.
Are we going somewhere today?
It's kind of what we're talking about. I'm gonna lay everything out. Figure a
We need
schedule.
to figure out this is a timetable we need to figure out and figure if we need to do anything today or not. We are.
You can hear Yanis in the back, like messing around with dishes and humming to himself and stuff. He does peek his head out and see you guys and gives you guys greetings. He just kind of gives a nod to Dekota Jones. Yeah.
Don't use the water outside. That Vincent fucker bathed in it and it smells atrocious.
I told him not to take it. I told him he would be mad. He didn't care.
Well, if he decides to have a drink later, that's what he's getting.
You can use it for their pot, for their dinner tonight.
Ugh. He laughs at that. And he goes.
Or that mage can refill the casks. Either way. Or they can...
Dakota Jones
Oh,
goes.
he's got that ready.
Dakota Ben's walking around, kind of looking at the place, sizing it up. He just wanders.
Alice would introduce Dakota and Yanis and kind of be like, you two should get to know each other. You're both going to be hanging out together for a bit.
Yeah. He would introduce himself, but Yanis seems to be more distracted of what is going on in the kitchen and just goes back there and does that. But he goes, hey, you mind if I take a look around?
Only if you let us know if you find anything interesting. Don't hold back.
Will do. Yeah, you see he goes upstairs. You can hear him walking upstairs, moving around and stuff.
Are we talking downstairs then, like Lowie asked, or up here, guys?
Yep.
Downstairs or up here?
I think so, yeah.
Probably downstairs, I think.
Alright.
Okay.
Kalina!
Kalina!
All right. She runs and hides in the closet again.
No. So, let's go over this. We've got to meet with Vincent tonight. Give him an answer. Tomorrow, we've got River's Master to talk with as well at 6.
Yeah.
We've got... What did Theodore say? He probably gave them 1 to 3 days, 1 to 2 days for Thorn and the party.
Yeah, we don't know how long or what treatment they're going through or how long they're going to be kept in good condition, so we need to do that soon.
And then, well, we've got to deal with Eloise. Be good to get her sooner rather than later, but that's got a limit of how long, Eddie?
I think we got 4 days left. Is that right, Brent? 4 days left for Louise?
You got 3 days left.
3 days. 3 days. Sorry, 3 days.
For what you know, what happens after those 3 days is uncertain per se. You know that the Ironhelm dwarves are supposed to go to probably the Skull and Sword Tap House and tell them what they want to do.
Well, the Vincent thing can happen passively until we have the conversation with him tonight. I guess and we have the meeting at 6. We can't do until then. Can we get to Dragon's Perch and back today.
If we can do everything, I think. Especially if we don't... Oh man, I can't believe I'm saying this.
Going to the
Especially
Queen's
if we don't
Mark?
run into... Yeah, especially if we don't run into any delirium, like hail or some nonsense that makes us all sick and tired.
What time is it right now?
Alright. Sorry, what did you say, Tina?
Oh, what time is it?
The time right now is it's about 1 p.m. ish. Like I'll say about 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So, okay, so early afternoon.
How long will it take to get to Dragon's Perch? When we mapped it out, it's like
It's a mile and a half from the map edge.
okay. We can do that in an hour now, right? 'Cause we can move faster now through Drakkenheim.
Oh, we can move from the map edge just directly to Dragon's Perch, right, Brett? We don't have to take the path up from Ember.
Sure. You don't have to take the path up from. You can go anywhere on that map. Obviously, that's all forested area and stuff. So, but yeah.
But looking at the map, how long would it take from us to get from where we are to Dragon's Perch? Like the most
I
direct
believe it
route?
was like 8,000 feet or something to
It
get there.
was a mile and a half from the southern edge.
I think it's going to take you guys like an hour and maybe some change to get to that location, assuming nothing happens along the way.
Yeah, of course.
Do you guys, do you think we'll get into a fight tonight with
Yes.
Victor and them?
I
Yes.
think it's highly,
With
highly.
Victor?
Not with Victor,
No.
but like when we go with them. Wait,
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
We're not
not
going
go-
to Buckle Down
we're not-
Row with them. No.
Oh, okay. I thought that's
Vincent's-
what we were doing.
Vincent can change his disguise, and the Buckle Down Row people don't know the two hobgoblins or that mage fella, so they can go there and do whatever the hell they want. But us, being known quantities, we go there. It would be a fight, Tina, with probably everyone.
Yeah.
No, but I meant like, okay, so when we go to the dragons, whatever, it's gonna be a fight. We already know that.
That's,
so when we
it's
come
highly
back,
likely, yeah.
when we come back, is there going to be? What are we gonna do? There's a meeting
We're
with the wizard guy, right?
So basically, the way the schedule's working out, just laying it out. The only thing, the schedule is
At this
Vincent and
moment,
the
hold
Deathlows
on,
are
hold on.
going.
Let me interrupt this. At this minute,
Okay.
you hear Yanis shout, "Hey! There's somebody here to see you!"
Oh my goodness.
Let me-
Just
I'll
make it
check
right.
it.
Alice will
Tor-
run up.
There's no reason for us to plan anything.
Yeah, apparently the whims of fate will just grab us by the throat and throw
We're
us in
trying,
whatever
Brett.
direction.
Huh?
I said
No,
we
I
were
don't
trying to
like-
plan it for you, Brett.
All right, we're go. Yeah, all
Alice
right. Let's
will
see who
run
this is. Yeah, Tor will go up too.
Yeah, Loyal Fall Alice. Upstairs as well.
Excellent. I'm going to just place everybody here because I can do that now. Oh, getting into it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm saying this is like a good hour or so has passed. Since the death blows have left, you guys kind of hang out, filling in, all that good stuff. You see a female tiefling. She lit as River. She's dressed how you usually see her, except she has a backpack and kind of a fancy walking stick. And, if you don't hide yourselves, she just waves to you. Hello!
Yeah.
Hi, River.
Wow.
Okay.
Hi. Alice will wave back.
Yeah.
You left the hotel?
Yeah, I did! Man! I'm glad I caught you guys before you ran off again. Whew. I tell you, that's a hike up here. She looks at the place you guys are staying in, and she grimaces and goes, "Well, it's a fixer-upper. Yeah, it's a work in progress. I understand.
It's cheap.
Can I insight, or I guess not insight, can I check her to see if she has the same, what is it called? Not characteristics, like mannerisms as River? The River that we know? Just in case she's not the River that we know?
Sure.
Or do you want me to roll?
Roll me
You
an
are
insight.
So paranoid. I love
Yeah,
it.
you're gonna check everybody now. Like, hold on a second.
I'm traumatized. 14.
She
Only way to
seems
live.
to be herself. Yeah.
Okay.
Does she have Jimmy with her?
No.
Where's
So-
Jimmy?
He's back at my room. I just came out here. I had to move fast, and Jimmy can be slow sometimes. I have some great news. The Grandmaster has opened up his schedule to see all of you today. She claps her hands.
Right fucking now. Like right now.
Well, no, not literally right now, but
Well, how soon?
I hope soon. I would say that, well, we'll be traveling from my room. The mirror would do a lot of the work, but then there is about a 3-hour walk. We'll be back by nightfall.
Okay.
I also look at Tinu. Tinu, what are we doing?
Okay, above table, how important is this meeting to everybody else?
To Torrance,
Or I guess-
important.
To get into the inscrutable tower, it's important.
Yeah,
as
so
well.
to
Body
right now
as
to
well.
Kolabati and Torin and maybe Alice, it's kind of important.
But
above
your brother
table.
is
But
too.
If we
So you can
show
always
up,
wait until tomorrow.
we would have to leave at 9 o'clock tonight to go to Dragon's Perch at like 10, and then we have to take them back. We wouldn't get back till like midnight to the house or later.
I will also saying that with the Dragon's Perch thing, while we definitely want to get there sooner, that was something that was saying, hey, that can happen within the next couple of days. So it's either that first or this
True.
first. But I'll also mention.
And if we have a meeting with them tomorrow, that leaves the entire day tomorrow to do that the Dragon's Perch.
Also, I'm going to be completely honest. If this guy has changed his schedule to today, I don't know if that means as a powerful wizard he's fucking with us or not. But tomorrow might actually not be an option anymore. We have no idea. The schedule has been thrown on its head. We don't know what's going to happen.
See you guys' hesitation. River says, look, now if you can't do it today, that's fine. It'll be a very big disappointment. But then you guys would need to give me a guaranteed time tomorrow. Like, no lates.
Well,
If we go
I
today,
well, if we do the meeting today, it actually is better for our schedule.
can you help get us to Dragon's Perch after? Or maybe tomorrow?
She raises her eyebrow like she's not sure what you're. She's like,
My brother was taken, and we were headed that way to save him.
oh, I'm so
So if
sorry.
It's okay. So if we go, can you give us a faster way to get there tomorrow?
I don't think so. I don't. Nothing that quick. I would have to check with Eldritch Runeweaver to see if maybe there's something there, but unfortunately, I don't think so.
Okay. But it's okay. We can go.
But he has some good news for your dwarven friends. Looks at you, Lowie. I think you're going to be excited.
Okay, I've heard some grumbling, so it better be fucking good.
I promise.
Yeah, I mean, they pissed in front of your door for a reason, River. You know that.
I know, but some people thought hard and long about it upstairs and about that situation. I didn't want to live with that long as I'm working here, so some remedies have been presented. Or at least one good remedy.
All right.
But I want to save the
I
surprise
know you walked here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you walked here, but we were literally just in the middle of planning, and I would like us to respectfully take this change of plans into consideration. Would you mind just hanging out up here with Yanis for a minute so we can talk, so that way we can give you a confirmation either way, Rivers?
Sure. Of course. You see she carefully walks around the weeds and stuff on the ground, and you could tell that she...
You should try the gumbo.
Huh?
It's really good. You should try the gumbo. It's really good.
You have gumbo. Okay.
Yanis makes the best gumbo.
Yanis, we have a guest! Lowie shouts into the house.
You could tell River's like careful not to touch like almost anything in this place. She like
Alice just gives her like an understanding look.
she takes a seat, yeah, down at the bar and just kind of goes, I will wait here. You see Yanis comes out. He has like some rags around his mouth and goes, what's going on?
Gumbo.
This is River, the guest. Just treat her courteously while we get some things in order.
She's a business partner, Uncle.
Okay, I just made some good wine. Would you like some? He looks at her and she goes, sure, I will take whatever you give me, sir. All right.
Come on, guys.
You said it.
Thank
He
you,
goes in
River.
the back. Yeah.
We'll be back super fast, hopefully. Either way.
Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And Alice would hurt everybody downstairs unless anybody obviously wanted to talk to River. I'm sorry, guys. I was just like,
no, we need to figure this out now, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Like.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Tino, how are you really feeling about it? This is your brother.
Yeah, but wait. Whoa, why is Kala glowing? On my screen?
Somebody did that.
Oh.
Spooky.
I think. Well, I think the tower is important too, since I can learn about my mother there. And they've already they've already taken him. I'm sure he won't hurt him too bad.
No, because he's
another
waiting
day.
for you to show up.
Yeah, it's already been half the day, so it makes sense to wait till tomorrow.
And I'm sorry I know I'm taking the other side. I would absolutely turn this down if I've been helping your brother, but just get everything we kind of need to do today, and then we can focus everything on that tomorrow.
Yeah, that's okay.
Right.
Sleep
Plus,
off some
you
exhaustion.
will have to go back to the farm to tell them that you're doing this. I thought they were agreeing to it.
No.
I thought
We just said we were gonna go and bring their.
Yeah, we
people
didn't
back.
get the farm a timetable.
Yeah, because unlike, yeah. So I think, okay, so we're all right. We're doing this.
Yeah, he probably has to open his busy schedule again if we don't go. So.
Yeah.
And you know how those kinds of people are.
Well, we said we could get a guaranteed time
know.
tomorrow. But if we don't know how long Dragon Perch is going to take. We can't guarantee a time tomorrow. But
yeah,
it is what it is.
So it's fine. We can go.
Okay. So just for the scheduling sake, we get this done, we finish it up, we come back, we talk to Vincent, and then tomorrow we get your brother back. And put Bradley in a headlock and probably on the ground for a couple seconds.
And that means the next day we have to handle Eloise.
But we're gonna see what they have about Eloise. That might change too. Between what Vincent comes back and tells us and whatever we find out here, we might have a better plan of attack and have the information to make a better choice about how to get her out.
Yeah.
Oh,
all right.
Also, Torin, Bati, when somebody uses magic to change their face, can you see that kind of stuff with incantations?
The incantations, if you notice at the time of the casting, is very visible. As far as determining the effects afterward, if you have detect magic up, you can maybe notice something's up, but actually seeing through and spelling it is very.
You may get a feeling that illusions are in use, but it won't tell you what illusion is in use because illusions try to bypass that.
There might be something that helps you see through it, but that is powerful magic, more powerful than most people ever reach in their lifetimes.
Okay, well, could you turn on your sixth sense or whatever to get a feeling, just in case that isn't River upstairs?
Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah, when we go up there, that'd be good.
Yep, and.
But Alice will look at Torin. Are you sure you want to go talk to him?
Oh, I am very, very sure. And because the rest of you haven't seen this, Torin looked more irritated than usual when he's...
Okay. So it sounds like you guys are going to go. Do you report this to River as much?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Torin will actually ask everyone else to kind of get his stuff for him, because he's going to ritually cast Detect Magic, see if he notices anything.
Yeah, she has auras around her
Illusion.
when you see.
Anything illusion-based is what I'm looking for. I'm sorry, I interrupted you when you were telling. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
I'm sick and tired of these skinwalkers in this game taking people's faces.
Yeah, it'll be Wildfire True Sight.
Fair.
Let me see.
She has 8 magic items on her person.
All you see is abjuration.
Okay, so
Protection.
yeah, I will keep that in mind. But yeah, I'm not gonna say anything more. But yeah, we get our stuff. Tell her we're gonna go with her to the meeting, and I guess we.
Fantastic!
Yeah.
She claps her hands. This is going to be so great, guys. It's going to be amazing. I can't wait for you to meet Eldritch Rune. I've told him so much about you, so yes. Look, how about this? I'm going to head back to the hotel. I'm going to get everything together, and you guys just meet me there when you're ready.
Right.
Thank you for waiting and understanding that we had to discuss.
Of course, no problem. Okay, I gotta get my stuff together. And she gets up and she will leave you guys, saying farewell.
Did she actually take any taste of what is likely a
Yeah.
mug of
She
wine
hasn't
on the table?
touched anything on the table. She has not touched it at all.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
Lowie will taste it, just so that Yanis doesn't feel bad.
It's
about
pretty
his
good.
guest not drinking
It's pretty
wine.
good, you know, considering.
Alice will actually eat it too. Yeah.
Now, if you peek in the kitchen, actually, you see Yanis has made a makeshift distillery in here of, I guess, various scraps that probably was given to him maybe by the death blows, maybe some stuff he's got on his own with the coin you've given him. It smells like alcohol in here. It looks like he's using some prunes and dried fruits, probably taken from Caravan Court. Yeah, it looks like he's making some wine.
Yanis, this is pretty good stuff. You need more funds to make more of it?
Oh yeah, I would. Oh, if you can get me some grains, we can make some real good stuff. You know,
Well, hold
strong
on.
stuff.
Here. Louie's gonna hand him 30 gold. Go talk to Aaron in the market.
Aye, no problem. Oh, I always keep my hood on, and I fix one of the hand wagons out back.
And take Dekota with you, so that way he knows in case they try to swindle you. He's got a pretty face.
And a hand.
They probably won't. Yeah, and a hand.
He grumbles at that, but he nods.
Can't leave him alone in the house, Uncle. Boy can't defend himself. He's not a fighter.
Yeah. I understand. I could just tell he's a man that uses his jaw a lot.
Good. He can get you better prices.
He better, if he's going to earn his living.
But with that, let's take a 10-minute break here, and we're going to come back, cutscene at pretty much the Red Lion Hotel. Unless you guys need to, if you need to do something, just let me know when we come back. But
Yeah,
let's
I think we still have a little bit more RP.
Oh, yeah, true. Thank you. We'll get back to that after our break too. And yeah, so let's take it. Let's come back on. Let's just come back on the 10:20, 15.
All right.
15.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Sounds good. Oh my gosh.
The Kolabati goes like, he's like, you still seem irritated?
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Richard goes like, didn't Eddie work that out of you?
He's just gonna let a long exhale and not eyes widen as he realizes what you said. Let's a long exhale. He's not gonna acknowledge that.
Welcome back.
Yes. Thank you. I have some exciting things to show you guys. So I hope we can go ahead and get there. But we'll see. Oh my god, I have so many assets on this map. Every time, I don't know if what it looks like on you guys' map, but every time I load this map here, like it shows every individual little piece, like blah, 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 like populate on the grid. But,
yeah. Imagine, yeah, for us, we're seeing all the shadows and stuff. I imagine you're seeing all the little things hidden from us all at once.
Yeah, it's like every time the map generates, it shows like all the individual objects I put on there. Like it's like a jumbled mess for a minute, and then it like configures itself. It's kind of weird. But okay. Well, everything went white. What happened?
Yeah, it's currently very white on my screen.
Yeah, everything just went like fucking white. Oh. What the hell? Oh no, it's bombing. I gotta restart. Roll 20. I think it goes.
No.
That's all right. It's just gotta restart this. Roll 20. So. There we go. I do have a lot of assets on this map. Stream! This is ridiculous. The stream can see it. It's fucking great.
Yeah, I was watching blink in and out, and I think you crashed my browser.
Yeah, exactly.
You're trying to crash my browser.
Yeah. I'm trying to get better with my map creations now. What I started doing with some of them is I will open it up in GIMP, lay down a grid, do snap to grid, and I'll put the assets on the grid and then flatten it all into one image and put it on. But because that way it's just one image, you know, it's only like whatever kilobytes, and it loads easier. But I did not do that with these maps.
I completely understand.
All right. See, I tricked you guys. You thought I was going to go ahead and dump another quest or something on you, but actually I was trying to, hoping you guys would go ahead and help with the organization of this information.
I'm actually simplifying your plot points. I'm simplifying the schedule, not complicating it.
Yeah. It is all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, above table.
We're still doing it though.
Yeah, above table, wonderful simplification. It just literally came at the moment when we discussed, hey, let's do this part. Hey, I'm here with this part. It's like,
I know, the DM, I was like, oh shit, I got it. Yeah, here's the moment. It's now or never. You're like, oh. All right.
I understand.
Okay, I'm good to go here. But we still got a couple minutes. Yeah. So, and we'll get into it. I really, if not, it's okay, because that's just how D&D is. If we don't get to everything, but I would love to knock out this last bit of major RP. Yeah. So we get back into the action.
Yeah. I just have 2 quick ones, so personally.
We'll see what happens with Torin.
Whether Alice has heard of the comment that Bati made to Torin.
Yeah, but if we don't get it all through of it, go for it.
Sorry.
No, I was just rambling on. Like, and if we don't all finish the RP tonight, that is fine too. You know, it is what it is.
What was Alice supposed to overhear, Bati?
Well, Bati was making a commentary on Torin's irritation.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
I heard that while I was walking out. I was like,
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I had already left. I'm sorry. I had to get the dog out.
Well, he asked about his irritation, and then she also commented, like, didn't Alice work that out of you last night?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for
Torin did not respond, mostly because he's a little too grumpy right now.
How did Bati know?
The Papa told her.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Yeah.
fucking bird.
I was like, yo, hey.
You didn't see the glow of a cigarette?
Well, I was gonna ask you, Kev, when Lowie came back that night, were you sleeping in Alice's room, or did you go back to your room?
Technically, we were in my room.
Oh, okay, fair.
Yeah.
So
I think the question needs to go to Alice. What she did.
Considering how mad she was, I don't know. No, she would have gone back to actually sleep in the room with Tinu, because Tinu doesn't like to sleep alone.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, well, let's get to some blockbuster moments here if we can. So, all of you have figured out at least what the short-term schedule is. Go talk with River, figure that out, and then after that, most likely head off to Dragon's Perch, get back Anar and the rest of the cultists and Ratley if possible. And then after that, well, maybe after this last part, a bit of roleplay, you'll have a better idea of what comes after Dragon's Perch. So, but there are 2 big things we got to do. So, now I may have to rewind here a bit. When you guys returned back, before all this happened with River, did you guys give Kolabati and Raan, like, the lowdown of, like, what happened at Camp Dawn and stuff?
That's why I was saying, hang on, Brent, because we hadn't even discussed through that. So I think that's where we're going now.
Yeah, that's where we're going right now.
Yeah.
So you told them about the incident, everything at Camp Dawn, right?
About what Theodore Marshall talked about, yeah.
Yeah, got it. And the previous night, now you told everybody about what you, Lowie, and Tinu talked about with Ophelia the night before, right?
Tinu looks at
No.
Lowie for that.
Tinu wasn't there with Lowie. Lowie told the party when he initially got back that that Ophelia Reed had that Theodore Marshall had a mission for the party. When we first get back, because I know what moment Lowie would want to have. If Ron doesn't want a private conversation, then then nothing else is gonna get said.
Private conversation in regards to what?
I learned something. I guess this is when we get back, and this is just between you and him, Ron. I guess Lowie, under his breath, or quietly to you, he says, "There's a few things I learned at that camp."
But hold on, pause here. I want to make sure I got something straight. Didn't Lowie, you tell the rest of the party and stuff this on the way to Camp Dawn in the morning, or like around that time period? I thought
about Theodore Marshall. Yeah, there's a certain thing that Lowie wants to tell
only.
Ron.
You didn't tell them about the barricade or anything like that?
Well, Lowie wanted to talk to Ron about that privately.
Okay,
He
so
told Alice.
that's what I thought.
I told Alice that
okay.
specifically.
She knows that. Got it. Okay. All right. I was just
Yeah,
like, who
that's
else
why I was
knows
gonna
that?
I was gonna lead into that with them going down the stairs and stuff, but if you were rewinding and they're having their private conversation, I'm out.
Yeah, this is all like around this time period. It's whatever you guys want to do. I just want to make sure who knows what. So yeah, you can pull Ron aside. I mean, this is you guys' hideout, wherever you guys want to be. I'm not going to move the map around and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, it could be like outside near the smoking place where Lowie was with Yanis before.
Okay, the rest of you getting your gear, getting ready to take a trip.
Yes, Lowie.
Thanks for coming out here. I wanted to apologize.
Mm-hmm.
I fucked up. I didn't understand what these people were doing to your folks. Not really, and it's one thing to fight a man over, differences. It's another to break a man's will, or to rob them of their choice. I wouldn't want that for you. And when I found out that Theodore was in the business of doing that, I regretted what I did last night. I really clubbed it, Ron, and I'm sorry for that.
Okay, well, you'll have to tell me before I can even understand what you're sorry for.
I told them about the bombs. And about the barricade. I don't want to see your people get hurt. I don't want to see them put in fucking camps like they're apparently fucking doing. It's madness. I don't care what Theodore Marshall calls evil or not. You should warn your people not to go. They'll be looking for him.
You see Ron just start clenching his fists. And he's just staring at you for a second.
And I'm done learning business about you and your cult and all that nonsense. I'll go with you still to Lucretia Mathias if you still have me. And I'm sorry for talking about it. Don't tell me any more stuff going on in the camp, Ron. Can't handle this. It's too... I don't want to see the people you care about get hurt anymore. I didn't think that they were your people. It's also fucking confusing. I'm sorry.
He unclenches his fist, and he's still looking at you sternly. Louis, I understand that your predicament is between the bank and the Queen of Thieves. And after everything I've told you, the one thing, the whole reason I'm here, is to get to the crater.
I know, and that's why you agreed, right? Why you took the sacrament? You just wanted to see the crater. You don't want to drown the world in haze, right? Ron?
I can't answer that.
Well, he has a really sad expression on his face when you say that, but he just says, all right.
But fair enough. I will make sure you're excluded from knowledge per your request and my my complete understanding.
It's the only way you and I are going to be able to get on from this point, and I don't want to. I want to be your friend, and I don't know how, Ron. I don't know what to do.
Ron will put his hand on your on your chest, so no, you have armor on, but he'll put it over where your heart is. Say, Lowie, despite everything, you have a good heart. But your brain and your heart do not talk to each other. And that's something I cannot fix, but for our previous conversation, I really think you need to figure out for yourself. And when those two are in sync, you will be unstoppable. But for now, I have what I need to do, and you have what you need to do. When all this is over, I can tell you more. But until then, you're going to have to trust that I'm going to do right, not only by me, but by everybody else in this group.
That's a lot, Ron. It's just a lot, okay?
And
I'm not
me
good,
giving
okay?
up my soul
And not
putting in this
saying it's
crystal.
not a lot. It's just, it's a lot, okay? I'm not as good as you are under this fucking pressure, man. I prefer to do something, not... fuck. Sorry. I'm sorry, okay?
And you see a smile, right? Smile of acceptance. He understands.
Do you want me to ask Tinu to send a message to your folks to warn them not to go?
No.
Maybe they could get somebody else.
I'm gonna swing by Hendrix Farm on our way to go see Rivers tonight. But I need to have words with Tinu about her brother too, because this changes everything the Falling Fire has asked us to do. And I have to make sure that it's in not just our benefit, but theirs as well. Yeah. But I need to figure out what she's doing with her brother, because Coda may say that, oh, the camp, are off-site and everything else. But who's to say, Thorn Radley doesn't try to twist the conversation to where they slay her brother and Sylvie and any remaining followers upon the immediate return to their camp. So, thank you for your apology. Better that came from you than anybody else knowing about this. I'll put it that way. And Ron will look.
Lowie nods.
See if there's anything else.
No, that was kind of it. That fucker got egg on my face, made me a fucking fool. Patsy, I gotta talk to somebody else. I figured I gotta do it now or tonight. I don't know.
You need a shrink. I just don't know one that's gonna follow us through this hellhole. And he kind of laughs, as you're not used to hearing Ron make a joke.
Well, at least when she took that shadow out of your stomach, she didn't take your sense of humor.
No, that's slowly been developing in part by you. I don't know if I'm doing it right, but I meant it as a compliment, not an insult. But Ron's like, I just don't know if I'm doing it right. Like,
I better go get packed.
Yep.
Thank you. Here's your nod.
Ron nods back.
Okay.
He goes back in.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Better than I thought.
Yeah, same.
All right. Now, you guys have collected your things, your items. You are good to go. And now you guys head back.
I had one thing real quick, and it does pertain to this, Brent.
Yes,
okay.
Yes.
While everyone was getting together, I'm sorry. Like this has Alice would ask this before we go. She would pull Torin aside, just a little bit away, and kind of like, and look at him. Are we telling any? Are you wanting to tell anybody else about these headaches and everything? Mainly, Kolabati and Raan, because if there's any of this hubby-bubby magic shit, all I can do is stab a mage. They might be able to actually do something about it. But I didn't want...
I think I have an idea of how to do something about it if it comes to it, but I need to hear it from him before anything else.
All right.
And don't worry, no one's leaving the room. You will hopefully be caught up by the time I get done with him.
Okay. I just put her hands up. Just wanted to check, and then
I know. Thank you, but
yeah. I also let Ophelia keep the black books and told her to look into the Von Kessel family and what secret they're hiding.
All right.
I figured they might not do anything with it because it's a church, and I'm not really looking for the church to help. It was more of a... She's trying to find more... Mostly, I wanted more information that she can find possibly about my lineage, but it might be something you might want to warn talking about.
She's one of the few people we can count on, one hand, maybe two if we're lucky, that we can actually ask, so...
Yeah, but if it gets to Marshall and they do find the Von Kessels guilty of anything, anybody who associates with them, look how they handled Dekota, is going to be tried as guilty as well.
Yeah.
So you might want to warn Tokrin.
Yeah. Oh.
And it might help you convince him to follow you.
Well, yeah. But one thing at a time. Let's go. This might be the fourth most unpleasant conversation of my life. Fifth, depending on what I forgot.
Alice was nodding. That's all I wanted to do real quick. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right. That was good conversation, too. I like the check-in. But I'm going to give inspiration to Raan and Lowie there for talking it out, you know.
Oh, heck yeah. No, they talked it out, and it didn't resort to blows.
True. Okay.
Raan absolutely would have eaten him.
Oh, no, if this was cinematic, there would have been a camera, like, focusing in on him clenching his fist, like, about to... Like, it was about to go down. Yeah, it was about to go down.
On the way to the farm, Brent would like... Or, Brent.
Yes.
God. Raan would like to have a quick chat with Tinu, so he knows what to tell them in regards to her brother and stuff.
Yeah.
I will say that the anger that was there for Lowie for fighting got displaced to a different person in this campaign.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
It's on the way. Tinu.
Hmm?
So, after what we were told about your brother,
Mm-hmm.
where are they ending up? Are we bringing them back to the Falling Fire? Or we bring them back to the church? Or are you leaving that up to him?
Who's him?
Your brother to Anar.
Oh, I'm going to talk to Anar, but I don't want to bring Anar back if possible. But if he's determined to, I won't stop him. But I think you should lead the Falling Fire back to here, because I told them that we would bring them back, and then I think, because you can't go to Camp Dawn anyways, and then the party will take the Raladins and Radley to Camp Dawn.
Okay, so you Do you want Anar to come back to the falling fire, or do you want? Where's your home? Do you want me to convince him to go home?
Yeah, I, I do want him to go home, but I don't want to. I don't want it to be like I'm forcing him to go home while I'm going to stay here and look for Kala and my mom. Does that make sense? Who am I to ask him to do that when I'm not going home either? But I don't want him to join the falling fire. I would like him to go home because our dad's home by himself. I had a talk with Lowie and I never realized, I guess because I was being selfish and only thinking about what I wanted. But my dad's at home by himself. He's there lonely. And there's nobody at home. So I would like Anar to, I don't know, go back and be with Dad. But like I said, I can't really ask him that because I'm not going. I'm gonna stay here.
Well, the reason I asked is I think this is going to be the only shot you have.
I know.
No pun intended. To get him out of the falling fire. I cannot convince him not to join. But maybe with me backing you and you telling him to go home, I can help with that.
Yeah.
But
I
you
will
need
talk
to make
to
the
him.
decision in the call.
But I just need you to keep Sylvie away from him. And I will talk to him. Because she doesn't even let him finish his sentences. And she doesn't even let him talk. That's what happened last time. That's why they asked for money. So if you just keep Sylvie away, then maybe I can... I
can
don't know.
do that. I can do that for
maybe-
you.
Maybe he'll listen to me. I don't know.
But you need to make the call. I think you need to figure out how you want to do that before we see him tomorrow. Hopefully there's no wrench thrown in to this whole mix by the Amethyst Academy. But
yeah. I'm just going to beat Tinu. And hopefully that's enough for him.
I can convince Sylvie, if need be, command her to let you and your brother have a talk. I can take care of that for you.
Thank you, Ron.
Ron nods.
And with that, you guys arrive to Hendrix Farm. The party. I'm assuming that a group of you are probably going to hang back, not to be seen, and not go there, and maybe wait up. But is anybody besides Ron gonna go talk with these people?
Or
Do you
Does
want me to
Ron
come with you,
want to
Ron?
Yeah, you want anybody to go with you, Ron? Or you just want to handle it?
Ron's okay going solo, or if Bati wants to come in with him, that's entirely up to her.
He prefers to hang back. He's had enough of their proselytizing for a while.
Or Ron's going stag.
All right.
We'll make it quick, Brad.
No, it's fine. Oh, there's gonna be some things you need to do here. So, Hendrix Farm is just as you've left it yesterday, except you see that there's a larger group of cultists out in the distant fields performing basic combat maneuvers. The followers look at you, Ron, recognition in their eyes as you approach the farm. Some smile hopefully, others make religious gestures in your direction. If you ask anyone for help here, they're all willing to lead you to Flint, who is in the farmhouse with Weber and Jordan Stark. And it looks like they're eating some weak-looking porridge that maybe has some nuts and dried fruit in it. You can hear in the back room the muddled sounds of what it sounds like maybe some older folks talking with each other. Flint greets you warmly, but neither of them spend too much time on small talk. and they look at you expectingly of your conversation. Flint says, well, we were able to get the diamond you needed to help get our people back.
Okay. Sure, Rom will gladly take it.
And that evil cleric Radley, Berman says. Don't forget him.
Well, I won't forget him, but I do want to go through a few things before we're off. The
They
party
look at you.
has,
Mhm.
yeah, the part. So first and foremost, we'll start with that topic. Party has decided that, from my understanding, that Radley will be returned to the Silver Order for their measures of disciplinary action.
Weber throws down his food. What? It's like it's spoon.
Hang on, there's more. I will be doing my best to return any and all the captured Falling Fire members back here. And what's this old dude's name?
Jordan Stark, I believe.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And Ron will look particularly at Jordan. Say, and for you, I have bad news, but maybe a better proposition.
He looks at you expectingly.
They know about the necklace and your plans for the blockades.
What the hell? Weber says. You can see his face is like beet red.
However, I think there's a better proposition here. If none of them were wielding the scepter of Vitruvio when they go to fight at College Gate, you have an opening into their camp, into Camp Dawn. You can use that necklace to break down the barricades, or to break through their fortress and go and raid their armory for it.
Flint and Weber look at each other. Weber goes, how in the hell did they figure out about what we were going to do with the blockade? We only told you and that young lady.
And unfortunately, when we asked the party if they were willing to assist, they said no, and then one of them let slip to the Silver Order that was included in the plan.
Weber gets up. I can't believe it. I thought you were... He stops short there.
No, finish your sentence, please.
Are you a champion?
Yeah.
Well, you need to start acting like you're a champion. And letting that happen? They need to learn their lesson. And... Flint, help me out here, brother. They're telling me they're not gonna bring back Radley? The people gonna be mad. The flock is gonna be real mad at that.
Yeah, and you really want the Silver Order rushing into your camp to try to take his body and killing so many of your people to do so?
They do that, we will slit his throat. They know it. They ain't gonna rush in here. They're gonna come under our terms.
You're already talking about putting his head on a pike to show. So if he's already dead, what do they care? They're going to bring on as much vengeance as they possibly can.
Well, the fallen fire has protected us those so far. We thought Lucretia Matthias said she brought you to even help us with this, and you're not helping us.
I feel that I am. You portrayed a plan.
And you let them distract you, fill your mind with all these other ideas about whatever they got going on. We're trying to get ready for the new world, and you're taking in. You're figuring out what they want. What about us? What about your people? Tell them, Flint. What about y'all? What about our people? But Flint doesn't say anything. You can see he's just thinking.
While in this world and before they have undergone the sacrament, my people here are vulnerable. Once they have taken the sacrament, then they will be ready for the new world. If the Silver Order comes marching in...
They're not going to take the sacrament! You know that! I can even see that! He points with his one good eye.
I'm talking about the people here at Hendrix Farm.
Oh.
Not the party I run around with. You say my people, and I'm referring to the people of Hendrix Farm.
Sorry, I had it confused. You seem to be carrying a lot of water for their actions right now.
I bear the weight of everyone. That is the true purpose of a champion.
Flint says, and so you're telling us that you carrying that weight, you want to make it right. Something that we could be proud of. The people do look to have some vengeance. To, for once, have the fight taken to the Silver Order. And you're saying that you and your friends are willing to help us get the scepter? Or are you just saying you're leaving us to do this?
Ron is going to look at Nathaniel and look at Berman and the other follower. I need a minute with Nathaniel and the other guy for a minute.
Jordan, for the first time, speaks and goes, actually, I think I have something I need to say here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, let me try to convince us to proceed forward with the barricade, with blowing it up. And then I'll say my piece, and I will let, of course, Flint and Weber, my good brothers, decide. With enough of the flock of the faithful, we can rush the barricade, even though they know we're coming. They can't stop all of us. Maybe 30 or 40 run towards the barricade, one with the actual explosives, and we continue forward. Roll me an insight check, Ron.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and use one of that inspiration. Better.
Jordan Stark shifts in his seat. He seems particularly flustered. His eyes are wide. You could tell, like, he's like ready to defend this position.
You're so hell-bent on this.
We could do it civil, Brother Ron. We can, maybe we can We each give 3 arguments of why, and we proceed from there. Keep it simple and short, you know.
Hang on 1 second, bro. He doesn't have a crystal in his chest, does he?
No.
Ron's gonna step up to him.
He looks over you.
How about one good argument versus a champion of the falling fire? I'm listening.
He swallows. You see Berman and Flint look at him. Well, if we don't destroy this barricade, then that's a whole nother road that's gonna stop some of our flock coming from more of the east coming through. And we're gonna need that in the future. More people coming down this road. It's just gonna bottleneck us, leave us exposed. And to add to that, if his eyes brighten, if for some reason we can't take Radley now, and we seek the scepter in the future, in between then we can kind of settle some of, or quench the thirst of some of the animosity of the flock by just doing the barricade, just so they see that we're here, we're doing something. He looks at you, Ron. And
Ron clears his throat.
roll me
Oh shit.
let's see.
Initiative.
No.
He's looking.
Roll me a
He's
wisdom
looking.
save.
Hell yeah.
For a split second, you feel like an intrusive thought in your mind, Ron, but you shake it away. You're pretty certain that this came from this Jordan Stark.
Did it look like he had cast a spell or anything?
No. Weber goes, well, champion, Ron, what do you have to say to that? We can go ahead and quench their thirst now. The people are looking for action. I say 30 or 40 of some of the folks who just came ain't much to go ahead and spare. Maybe 50 of them.
Ron looks at Berman. I suggest you leave the house now for a moment.
Oh, I ain't going anywhere. Puts his hands on his hips.
Cool. Ron's claw reaches out.
Is there a problem? Jordan says.
Yeah, you just tried to cast something on me. and Ron's like wiggling his fingers in his claws like he's about to do something.
He looks at the claw. What are you about to do?
Huh?
Above table. What are you about to do?
It was dependent on if Berman actually left.
He's
If
not
he
leaving.
left,
No,
then
he's...
Ron would have had him by the throat. But right now, Ron is contemplating on casting. Ron was about to say, pretty much come through, or you're going to spend the rest of your days as a little housefly, and he would cast only more.
Okay, hold on.
That's the thought. It just depends on Jordan's reactions.
Roll me another wisdom save.
Ron, you can take Lowie's inspiration on that if you want.
I will absolutely take it. Better.
You feel once again like some effect, some type of thought coming into your mind from this Jordan Stark person who, I mean, he doesn't move, or he just looks at you. And then what were you going to do?
Well, that's gonna grab him by the neck. He doesn't have a high strength, so it's probably easily dodgeable. But more trying to see if he show the assertion of his action.
Roll me initiative.
Yep. Wasn't clicked, but 18.
Gotcha. Alright, add turn. Oh, I need to open the initiative tracker.
Oh, good.
There it is. Let's get rid of these. And you got an 18?
Yep.
Alright, and let's go to Weber. Bam. Then let's go to Flint.
Is he technically a member of the Falling Fire, Jordan?
All you know is what Flint and Weber has told you. Is that he came in from out of town.
Yeah,
well,
from
the
one of the other
reason
places.
being is let me. It's one of the one of the boons of Lucretia. So if he's a member of the Falling Fire, my initiative is 0. If he's not, my initiative should remain as it is.
Oh, to you, these people seem to be the Falling Fire. All of these people. Yeah.
Alright, then I will be last in initiative.
But wait, all of them should be in the... Oh, wait, no, you've got the crystal and they don't. Never mind. Yep, you're right.
As you reach for Jordan, you see immediately he springs from the table. He climbs over the table.
You broke up.
Oh, you see Jordan's... hello? Can I be heard?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, you're good now.
Cool. You see, I think I just peeked. You see Jordan Stark here immediately launch himself from the table onto it, kicking off all of the food and everything that's on it. He will use difficult terrain here for 10. As he kind of slips and almost falls to the ground, he turns and looks at all of you, and you see his face just distorts like putty and melts into this like goonish white apparition of what would be a humanoid. It has like no mouth, just glowing sickly white eyes, and roll me a wisdom saving throw, and I'm gonna roll one for the Vermin and Flint. They all look shocked, and for a second, like almost dazed, but then they shake their heads as they see this, this face melt. I needed a wisdom save by you. You got a 20. Same thing. You see, after he does that, he scrambles, almost falling to the floor, and you get an attack of opportunity, Ron, as he darts out the door.
Blow him up, Ron. Get him.
Okay, he no longer looks like a member of the Falling Fire, so Ron will absolutely make a bite attack at him.
Got it.
Haven't bit somebody in a while.
Heck yeah, Ron.
The 19 hit?
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Instinctually, your jaws just like lash out at this guy. Bite him in the lower back. He takes 4 points of slashing. But he moves 10, 15, then 20, 25, 30. He just bursts out the door running. This lady outside the door, he like just full-blown chucks her. She goes flying onto her back. Moving on. Weber was what the hell? He he touches his chest, and you can see the crystal glowing under his cloak. And he gets up and he comes to the window and looks outside of it at him and points in Jordan's direction. Jordan's gonna roll me a Constitution save. You know he failed, because Berman goes, shit! Go get him! He looks at Flint. Flint goes 10, 15, 20, 25 out the door after this guy. And he touches the crystal on his chest. And damn it. Can I open that? There we go. He has to roll to be a charisma save. Oh! And you see Jordan Stark's form just vanish in a pop. You've seen the similar effect. Kolabati did this before. Flint turns and looks back at you, Ron, and goes, I've put him someplace, another demiplane. It's harmless for the moment, but he's going to be back. Berman comes out.
Do you want me to kill him, or do you want him for questioning?
Shit, Berman says. You see he's pacing back and forth. I don't know, Flint. I don't think he's gonna say anything worth something. What the hell is that? Flint goes, I think we need to talk to him to find some more information. Ron looks at you. Flint looks at you, Ron.
Hey, well, if you want him alive, then I don't have much set for that. I can encase him in a wall of fire if you really want me to, but that'll just make him melt more.
You see that Weber stops at the place where he thinks Jordan Stark is going to return, and it looks like he focuses in. His crystal glows in his chest. You can see an aura come around his hand. It looks like he's readied some type of magical attack. He goes, go on and bring him back then. He makes one move, I'm blowing him up.
Ron will do the same. Ron will be holding, let's see. Oh, I don't have that spell anymore, damn it. So now Ron will hold a Starry Wisp. Actually,
Got it.
hang on. Did he? Oh, he's trying to run, so it doesn't matter. You know what? Ron's gonna say. He's gonna tell the other followers around here. I'm assuming they've run off.
No, some of them are standing around, like the lady definitely ran off that got knocked over. But some of them are standing around, like, watching this unfold.
Ron's gonna tell them, make it harder for him to move, but it's gonna do the same for all of us, so don't move. And Ron is gonna cast Spike Growth centered on where Bremen disappeared from.
Got
so
it.
There's this way if he tries to run, it's one gonna hurt and two it's gonna slow his ass down. So
Flint nods, but Berman just looks on expectingly.
And he won't see it when he first comes in, but that's the area of Spike Growth, so.
Flint closes his eyes, and in a pop, Jordan lands on his feet in this area and looks around. And then it's back on Flint's turn. Ron, you just continue to keep focusing in on the spike growth?
So I got the Spike Growth up. I'll say it's probably maybe 2 turns in. Ron will go ahead and hold a does he have any? Yeah. Well, Ron can't hold a spell because that breaks Spike Growth. So, at this moment, no, Ron will not do anything.
Okay. Let's see. Jordan appears, looks around, and then you see, as a free action, he reaches into his cloak, draws something out. Weber points at Jordan, and you see radiant light erupt in his position. Yike! Well, it's only one attack, but he takes 15 points of radiant damage. I'm gonna say Flint was also ready here. Where's that at? It's back here. Yeah. Flint guiding bolts this guy, or tries to. I'll hit him.
You do have advantage from the other guiding bolt.
True. Let's. Here.
Crit fish.
Well, the other, it's something completely different. Actually, it's not guiding bolt the other guy used, but two different stat blocks here. But he's gonna hit him regardless, and that is 4d6 radiant damage. Does 17 to this guy, so minus 15 minus 17. These radiant energy just slams into Jordan, like almost knocking him off of his feet. Actually, it does. You see, he falls back into the spike growth. Roll some spike growth damage for me. Go for it.
There you
go. Vines tear into his body. But you see, he pulls out a golden necklace with orbs at the end of it. He looks around at all of you. He grits his teeth. And then, let's see here.
How many he's gonna use, Brent?
Roll me a deck save. And I'll give one for a lint here. One for Berman Weber here. Yikes. Then all you see is like an envelope of light come over this guy. Blow at him, just straight up to pieces. The kinetic energy knocks down this shed behind you guys. The bonfire gets scattered in all directions. The windows of the farmhouse get blown out. And let's roll some damage. 11d6.
Okay. He used the whole necklace, didn't he?
Well, ignore that. Let's see.
I would have definitely done that.
17 plus 16 plus 1d6. Yikes.
So that is the total of...
Yeah, somebody add that up.
39?
39, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and half would be 19.
Got it. All right here. 39 for Weber. I think you're still probably alive, right, Ron, after that? Yeah. The impact, just for RP's sake, it just kind of blows you guys off your feet. And the only thing that's left is a charred spot on the ground where Jordan Stark was and no longer is there. I'm gonna close the initiatives here.
Is Berman still breathing?
Yeah, he's like, the whole front of him is like black. His hair, his bandana got whipped off. His hair's standing up on edge. But he's breathing heavy. But he's still alive. And he's like,
I'll give him a healing word.
All the other people around this area just go running and screaming in directions. You grab... Berman lifts his arm up and you grab his, and you give him a healing word and maybe pull him to his feet.
Mm-hmm.
You see some folks are putting out fires in the brush in the near area. But it's chaos for a minute. You see Nathaniel, look on the ground and pick something up. It looks like the magical item that is this necklace. There is 3 beads left on it. You see he's breathing heavy, and he looks almost in a daze, shocked at this outcome. But then he hands the necklace to you.
Shakily Ron grabs it and goes, "Sorry, I didn't kill him sooner. Should have expected that."
Berman is just coughing. He's just hacking away. Do you still want to do this at Camp Dawn?
I won't be able to assist. And this is part of the conversation I was trying to have in private. But long made short, I think the opportunity for Camp Dawn will still present itself. But my party and I are being put on the front lines. Was it College Gate or Temple's Gate? Whichever one.
Yeah,
Temple's Gate, I think.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to be at the front lines at Temple's Gate. And with that, all I can say is, kind of looking around, the advantage is not for the silver.
Well, you could tell that he's still kind of shocked at this outcome. I don't know what that was or why they would act like they're gonna help us and then not. Especially, we'll be willing to. Sounds like a good plan. To get the scepter. But we're gonna need some help in that.
Real quick question over table.
Mm-hmm.
The double ganger that Ron took the fingers of, that was replacing Yanis. Did that look similar to the form?
Maybe in like the coloring of the skin, but I mean, you know.
Ron will
It
say
did do the fate swap thing, though.
Yeah.
To be fair.
It could be Agent of the Queen's Men. They've been trying to blow up the barricades for weeks now, and may have seen an opportunity using falling fire lives instead of their own.
To be honest with you, Brother Ron, I'm not sure what we can do about them. It seems like somehow it all did just work out like it was supposed to. He looks at you, a mystified look in his eyes.
Why do you think I stood over him at the table the moment he started cowering? I'm not a person of strength.
But you're wise.
I'm a person of magic.
Well,
Ron gives a side nod, agreeing.
I'll figure out what we can do about the scepter. You can keep that necklace, or maybe we can use it in that operation. It's up to you. It would definitely help.
Look, give me 2 days. If I don't come up with a use for it, I will. After he'll retract that. He'll say, you know what? After I've had words with Lucretia, after I've had our talk with Lucretia, and what her plans are for Temple's Gate, and what advantages the Falling Fire will have, I'll bring this back to you.
Sounds good, brother. He gives you a smile and he puts his hand on your shoulder. Bourbon finally collects himself and he wipes his mouth with his rag. He's just all black soot. Shit. Alright, Brother Ron. I guess we'll see what you have in store. But you really should bring Radley to us.
Trust that your champion knows what he's doing and will bring you the best possible outcome for the days to come.
He nods but grumbles. And he leaves you to just let you go.
Ron will shake hands with Nathaniel. Will you guys be good?
You can tell Berman has a little bit more respect for you. I guess at least they seem to assume you knew what was and somehow intuitively figured this situation. But he gives you a nod and Nathaniel shakes your hand.
Sounds good. I'll stop by next time I can. Be safe. And Ron will head back to the party.
So, the rest of you would have heard like an explosion, in the distance. You would have seen like a small bomb thing go off. And just for expedience sake, I'm gonna say you guys argued about what to do long enough for Ron to come back.
Okay.
Yeah, Poppy would have sent Potato over for flying drone duty just to make sure everything was on the up and up.
You would have saw the conversation then. It looks like you would have saw the aftermath, and then Ron returning, and would have notified the party, I guess, then.
So Satoru sees Ron talking with Weber, and... Oh, okay.
Yeah, Ron would have let everybody know, for the most part. He would leave out the plan about St. Vitravios, anything that Lowie could... Yeah, he would leave that out, but he would explain what happened that he brought up about the caravan, and then once he pressed the guy a little bit further, the guy decided to try to run. They banished him. Once he came back, he blew himself up.
Lowie would say, "I fucking knew it," but he wouldn't press it.
Sure,
Lowie feels vindicated. Yeah, I know, right? See, I knew from the beginning.
Well, no, from the beginning or not, it does explain why the barricade was so important. It also might weirdly lead to whatever's going on with Radley. If there was someone in their camp, maybe there's someone in the Silver Order trying to brew tensions.
Oh, they're everywhere, Torin. I have no doubt of that.
Oh, yeah, no, they're doppelgangers. Goddamn, I'm 2 steps away from just stabbing everybody who's not currently in this room.
Ron pulls out a necklace, though. Pulls out the necklace of fireballs and says, "Sad part is that I think the Queensmen are really going to hate that they lost such a valuable item."
Well, I can live with that.
Yeah, put that in the treasure channel for me. Has 3 beads on it.
Gotcha. I'll add it to my character sheet as well.
Lowie gives a long whistle when he sees that necklace pulled out. Holy crap.
All of you head with haste to the Red Lion Hotel. Without Stravos is busy at the moment, but they've recognized you before, and they will tell you that they'll let Stravos know you're here, but they know River's expecting you upstairs, and of course they let you upstairs. Yeah, you're right. And you guys meet with her in the room. Now, we're not going to get through all of this, but we're going to get through some of this.
Yeah.
All right.
Why is the turn order still up?
Oh, no, yeah, that's...
You're scaring me.
Why are we
'Cause
still
I
in
wanna know.
initiative?
Yeah.
Hey, Tori, give me a wisdom save real quick. From the Square guy.
In her room, River, seeing all of you are ready, she says, meeting a Grand Master is quite an honor, by the way. So we should all be on our best behavior and be polite, okay? And she looks at you, Lowie.
I won't say anything to the man.
Okay. Also, I made a quick list of some things I wanted to tell you before we go. Just some protocol stuff to go ahead and check off. You see that the book in her hand levitates in front of her. It opens and rapidly switches to a page, and an ethereal pen materializes. Okay. Let's see here. I fed Brian, check. Updated my calendar, okay. I still gotta message Victor about that meetup. I gotta do that later. Okay, here we go. Please be respectful of all declines to comment on a subject. The Academy strives to be a responsible steward of arcane secrets, okay? Number 2. No, Mr. Ruin Weaver cannot perform, she does like finger quotes, miracles, like bringing back the dead or seeing into the future. His schedule is typically packed, so it's fine to assume that the Grandmaster does not have time for crafting, teaching, or providing other spellcasting services. Please direct all requests through me. Ta-da! Unless otherwise stated by the Grandmaster himself. Number 3. Everything shared with you, including material items, is expected to stay confidential unless explicitly permitted by the Grandmaster or another representative of the Academy, like myself. If it is discovered that this was not respected, the Academy reserves the right to seek punitive measures as dictated by Ethics Code. Please see Clause 3 in the Articles of Umbrage. Let's see. I think that should be it. And then the book slaps shut. Oh! Here's a professional tip. We should be thinking of what we need to ask Mr. Runeweaver before we get there, okay? It'll help him stay on schedule. Recoup some time, maybe even, you know? Any other questions before we go?
Isn't he the one requesting a meeting with us?
True, yes. But there's still mannerisms.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
is
Fair
your
enough.
Grandmaster as persnickety as you are about gross shit?
I'm not sure what you're talking about personally, but you know, Mr. Runeweaver, he keeps himself actually looking quite presentable, I would say.
Okay, so we're not meeting him in that dilapidated place west of Drakkenheim. Ah, crap, I can't remember it. We're not going there, where you took us last time.
Oh,
Mill.
Neckerman Mill? No, we're going to another
Mill.
dilapidated place, actually. It's a small village. It's called Mund, I believe. It's like a dead Emberwood. A bit smaller. I think explorers from the north used to hang out there, but, you know, Emberwood just got bigger and faster, and, you know, over time, there wasn't, you know, enough powers around to keep things in check, so, you know, people just stopped going there, and, you know, then it was picked clean. But
Does
yes.
everything she said check out, Brent? Because Lowie's been through Drakkenheim in caravans and stuff, and he might know about Moon. Does that sound about right?
Roll me an insight.
Sure.
You know that there's a bunch of small villages and stuff that outline the roads of Drakkenheim. This sounds like something completely plausible considering the situation.
All right. Didn't say anything.
I mean, sometimes scavengers congregate there, to sort out whatever junk they find on the outskirts of Drakkenheim, but it'll be fine, trust me. I've already scouted out the place, looked around to see if there's any risk elements, and we are good to go. All right?
Right.
With that...
Get on with it, then.
River smiles, nods at you, Torin. She puts her book in a rather empty-looking backpack of fine leather and grabs some other traveling gear and then goes to the mirror in her room. And from her belt pouches, she takes out a thick piece of white chalk. You notice a series of sigils are already written around the edges of the mirror. She writes a few more sigils and an empty space. And in the empty space of the mirror, which just vanishes and a frame is left. And it's replaced with a portal to the ruined circular grain bin embedded in the ground. You recall traveling to this place before. The heavy footsteps of Jimmy can be heard behind you. You can see he's waiting in line to climb in. And River, she gestures with a smile for all of you to go through.
We'll go through?
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
What happens if the mirror shatters as somebody's walking through? Like, does half their body end up in the new place?
We can find out.
You contemplating telefragging Torin right now? Is that what I'm hearing?
No, not Torin. Not yet.
Hey, that apology was sincere,
That's
darn
me
it.
being a smartass.
All right. You step into the circular in-ground grain silo. If you recall, this place sits about 20 feet in the ground, and a mesh of kind of camouflage with leaves and other natural debris kind of covers the top of this thing. You see the oval portal on the curved wall looking back into River's hotel room. There's an old ladder that lays on the ground. And after Jimmy finally twists and turns his way into this silo, he picks up the ladder and places it against the wall for all of you to climb out. River doesn't seem to mess with any invisible equipment here this time around. She just climbs out of the pit. All of you exit the same way. River kicks down the ladder once all of you are up, and then covers the gap with the mesh and kicks, dirt and debris over the area. Around you is just an abandoned barn and some other decaying cottages. Wind filters through the dead grassland. At the horizon, you can see the smog of the haze over the ruins of Drakkenheim, and a halo of deranged octarine storm clouds above the crater area. River beckons all of you to follow her in the opposite direction, northwest from Drakkenheim, on overgrown roads. As you walk, River is a chatterbox along the way. She seems to have a little issue making small talk, and bursts. She rambles on about how the weather's changed in Drakkenheim, some grant project she had in the Far East, studying exotic arcane rituals with mage-born tabaxis. She talks about seeing a series of great pyramids that served as tombs for ancient cat lords. And there's a considerable amount of time she spends gushing over the current cat lord, somebody by the name of Starry Kraj, which she lustfully talks about his mane and massive hands that can pick up one with little effort. I mean, her yapping just drifts between various excursions she's had over the years. And you get a sense she finds her work around Drakkenheim meaningful but dreary considering the circumstances. And there's a side of her that much rather be somewhere tourist friendly. But in this moment, if you have anything you want to ask or talk with her about, she is open to do such. If not, I will continue on.
Well, when she's bringing up her this is the tabaxi. Bonti will talk to her about the tabaxi groundskeeper at the monastery.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Wow, very far away from home. Very much so. What did he look like?
Gideon's a good lad.
What did he look like?
So tall, tuxedo cat features.
Ooh. What else? How tall was he?
So maybe 6'2", 6'3", well built.
Wow.
Good carpenter. Broad of the
Good with
shoulders.
his hands?
Very much
interesting. I just love... There seem to be usually kind of the strong silent type is what I get from a lot of tabaxis, but not to say that there's others, but anyway, you know. You can tell she just kind of daydreams about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she will make a little minor illusion of him for her as well.
Wow. Oh. Does he travel? She laughs. You know, I've been thinking about maybe opening up a small little office of the academy in Orleone. That's way far east, where all of, you know, of course, the tabaxi tribes and stuff hangs out. I think that would be very fun. Maybe if all this goes well, you can invite your friend out. You and you too, you know, both of you, of course. Does anybody ask her about anything else?
Torin is...
Yeah. Oh. No, you guys go. I was just going to bring up Cat.
Yeah, the only thing I'll say is that Torin is keeping a smile on his face and trying to present himself, like, looking forward to this, but, if you know him well enough, there's definitely some strain.
Got it.
That's all I'm going to say.
Okay. Anybody else want to ask about this meeting coming up or anything? Yep. Mm-hmm.
Tina would bring up, so do you know anything about the sweeper in Drakkenheim?
The sweeper? I'm not familiar with this term.
It's that big wall that passes through Drakkenheim, and then if you get sucked into it, it's like a time thing. Sometimes you get, well, last time we got pushed forward. Forward in time.
Now, I have heard a lot of reports about time anomalies in Drakkenheim. From what we've at least studied and understood, this haze spans not just our mortal realm, but other realms too. Now, that makes things, I guess, a little permeable. I can completely see some type of effect that would maybe jaunt one to another realm, or maybe suspend them indefinitely in what is called the astral, the space in between worlds. So I think that maybe you're somebody getting swept up by something like that. Sweeper, you know, maybe they would be caught in some type of stasis, a place outside of time, outside of physics like we know it. But maybe once we get control of the situation here in Drakkenheim, there could be some way to solve that.
Oh, so there's no other way to solve it right now?
Without the Academy being able to deploy its full resources to cultivating, understanding, experimenting with delirium. Yes, there's just unfortunately no telling at the moment. But I'm sure once we get the inscrutable tower and other things under control, that is something that we can look into.
Okay. Thank you, River.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't mean for you to. I don't mean to disappoint you. I'm almost positive that there's something in the inscrutable tower that can help with this.
I'm sure there is too. Thank you, River.
She smiles and nods at you.
Your survey team found any interaction between the haze and the thin places?
From what we think, yes. Runeweaver can explain it a little bit more linearly, I guess I will say, but yeah, we believe that this haze transcends not just the astral, but what will you consider the ethereal, or even the land of the undead and the thin places. Imagine it like a bubble in water. And water is all the material place, and whatever's in the bubble is somewhere else.
Yeah. We know that communications and probably teleportation magic don't work back and forth. I was just wondering if anyone's tried stepping through planar places while inside or not, to see what effects were being had on the shadow or the fae.
No, I have not heard anything about that, unfortunately. That's part of a larger problem, I would say. A lot of the portals in the world here, or at least in the realm around Drakkenheim, are acting quite funky.
Guess that would explain the sheer number of undead in the city.
It kind of explains that and a bunch of other things, but doesn't explain a lot of stuff too. And that's what we're trying to work on. If nobody else asks anything, after
I do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know Shane had said something too. I was just waiting.
Oh,
I didn't interrupt.
Loy brings up. So, have you been to Orleans?
Yes, it's my favorite place. I've been there 3 times actually.
Have you ever been south of there to Turin?
No, but I've always wanted to go and see the jungles. Oh, it's such an amazing excursion, you know?
I know, and they've got this great. And he pats himself down. And he pulls out his pouch, and he pulls out a dried green leaf. This is Tyrian green leaf. Dried, come right from there, but in Caspia.
Can I see it?
Sure. He hands it to her.
She smells it. You'd immediately see the recognition in her eyes. And then she looks at you.
I lace it with Eastern Vale tobacco.
I see. Look, I'm surprised that stuff like this still gets over here to Drakkenheim, but considering the gangs, maybe I'm not so surprised. I can tell you this much, that there's some amazing dance circles and stuff out in I can't tell you some of the things I've drank and smoked. there. It was quite fun.
That's a proper vacation then.
Oh yeah. I met a doll of a tabaxi. His name was Naj. She says reflective.
Took a old tumble in the gravel then, eh? Sorry, that's a dwarven expression. Yeah.
Tumble, tell me about it. What?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nothing. I've met my fair share of Caspian massage parlors.
She looks at you judgmental, oddly enough. But she doesn't say anything.
Yeah. Okay. What? Gonna be a prude now on me? It's just a bit of fun.
Well, I guess so. Each to their own. I guess I can't judge too much. I kind of like the feeling of just falling for someone. It's a little less clinical.
You've never been to a Caspian spa. It's anything other than clinical. The music and all the other things, libations. I mean, it's practically a whole... It's amazing.
Yeah, it's practically... I bet you do, Lowie. That's funny. I think after all this is said and done, you're going to be fine. Everything's going to be okay. And when everything's okay, I can invite you out to some places I know. I think you'll love the East Coast. It's quite amazing. None of the ickiness of the underhanded stuff, and just, great music. Oh, the light shows are amazing. You can find somebody, kind of like you, who likes to be on the road.
Well, I mean, I'm just mostly there for vacation, lass. I got my work here,
For now.
Well, I mean, I don't think there would ever be a dwarf that wouldn't have to be at work. Wouldn't really know what to do with myself if I could only be on vacation. All the time.
Well, maybe your friends here can show you how to relax.
He doesn't know how to dilly-dally. I could spend weeks dilly-dallying. He gets an hour before he gets crankier.
Well, that's because you schedule the hour for the dilly-dally time, and then you go and do your work, and then you go back.
But if it's scheduled, it's not as much fun. No, I don't. I do know, but I don't like it.
All right. Is there anything else you want to add, Atlas?
And then she would, yeah, that was kind of like inserting herself in the situation. But she'd be like, "But speaking of work, unfortunately, River, but you'll have to tell me more about this because I want to hear about these expeditions to the east. But what can you tell us about the subjects, at least, that we're going to be spoken to about, so that way we have more time to think about these questions that you're wanting us to gather in our minds?"
That's a really mindful question. I like that. Well, I know that the Grandmaster wants to talk about the history of the Inscrutable Tower. It's kind of important. Wants to talk about what happened when the tower was struck by the meteor, unfortunately. He wants to talk about the previous Archmage of Drakkenheim and the Inscrutable Tower, Adriana. May she rest in peace. Also asking you for your assistance in this matter, but not without fair compensation or reward, of course. We understand the times. She wants to talk about some of the risks. There is, her voice kind of goes sullen. She goes, there's a Ryan Greymere and a Friedrich von Lechten, which you know about, that wants to talk about, and the mechanics of the tower too. Wants to talk a little bit about that. And of course, the Ironhelm dwarves. Looks at Lowie. Wants to talk about that, and a little bit of your history too, Alice.
That's it? I mean, that's a lot.
That is it.
But I just want to make sure I want to make sure I'm not missing any other subjects.
Maybe some history between von Leichten and the previous Grandmaster. I'm sorry, Archmage Lilith. May she rest in peace. Some of that too.
And how is this Grand Meister's personality, I guess, as far as like obviously very important, the time's very important here, but I guess you've worked with him. What would you say, how does he just a general disposition on him, so maybe I know how to address him correctly?
Well, he's very, very professional. He sticks to business. He also takes his time to understand what his associates or partnerships mean, you know, between you, your friends, and the academy. He's conscientious, I would say. Not much one for humor. Let me put that out there. Be kind of stick in the mud.
Okay.
He appreciates thoughtful questions. I can say that much. But he's also a good teacher, willing to explain things, I would say. I would be... kind of glances at Torin. I'll be careful talking about Ryan Greymere. They were close to each other. She gives you kind of a look.
Oh, really? Like, how close?
Well, for all as I know, everything was professional. They worked together extensively, especially after the meteor hit. Ruin Weaver is, one of the best abjurists that we have at the Academy, and worked on a lot of practical applications. And Ryan Greymere is an expert in evocations and building things, and worked on weapons applications.
What falling out did they have?
Well, Ruin Weaver, thought that the use of delirium and all of this stuff here should be something that is decided for the best of the realm. And we'll say that Ryan Greymere thought that we should be looking into delirium for what's best for Mageborn. And that's kind of like the bottom level of things and what's going on. I guess Eldrick believed that delirium could be controlled by the Academy and used to elevate the realm. But, you know, Greymere, she doesn't seem to care about the place we live at. She feels like Mageborn should use this new element to, you know, empower the Academy. Break from the edicts. While things are crazy.
I mean, sometimes destruction is the best place to hold a reformation, so was she really that outlandish with those thoughts?
I think so. And I'm pretty sure you'll see. Roadweaver will explain.
Oh, I'm sure. I was just curious. That was a philosophical question to ask. That's all.
Well, I guess I feel like Eldrick, he's so brilliant. I feel like his path is the best path. We all have to live here. The church is not going away anytime soon. The Caspian princes are not going away anytime soon. the gift we've been given of delirium, it should be for the people. And trust me, I get it. I've walked around Alaria as a Mageborn. It's pretty intimidating. Things suck. But using this stuff to wage some type of, I don't know, revolution, that's a lot.
I mean, yeah, no, I can see both sides. I was just trying to get some more information, so that way when the conversation happens, I don't, stumble into the wrong saying.
I think Eldrick is willing to forgive her. That's what she says, looking at you, nodding. Like, there's a bunch of other things she's talked or heard about that she's just not mentioning.
Yeah, no, I mean, Alice is kind of gleaning this, and she's, yeah, she was just like, okay, well, that's all I can think of. I really appreciate you sharing that, River, so that way we can have a constructive conversation here with him shortly.
Oh, of course, no problem. I'm you guys' corner.
How long have you been working with him? You really look up to him.
Well, I was selected by him as his personal apprentice and liaison for public-facing projects. Oh. Yes, this was after the meteor fell, 4 or 5 years or so ago. I mean, the tests were grueling. I've never countered so many spells in my life. It was a complete competition. Bracket style between the top 20% of each institution. I made it to the final bracket, which the Grandmaster then interviews and selects. And I was chosen. And I will be in this position until the Academy deems otherwise.
Who was in it before you?
I think it was some guy, Petrick Peter of some sort. She just rolls her eyes. I don't know. You can tell she's glazing herself. She doesn't really care about that.
Yeah, that's fair enough. She'd be like, oh, great. All right. Fantastic. Thank you. I've got a lot to think about. You should keep talking to Uncle Louie about your expeditions out east.
If you're willing to hear, I have so much more to tell.
I would always take vacation spot recommendations last, especially when I get the time to go out there.
And with that, next session, you guys will arrive.
I was trying to fill it up for you.
I appreciate it. This is a good, perfect point to go ahead and stop here. Thank you guys so much for weathering the RP for me. I love RP, but I know we haven't did like we're not in like active goal or combat mission at the moment. So I appreciate you
we got combat.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, we got a wonderful combat session.
Yeah, these 3 sessions here. True, these 3 sessions we got in. But all right, ended the stream. Good night, folks.
Yep.
And we'll pick it up next week.
Good night.
Night.
Nice.
We're good for next week.